Yeah, welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast live. Yes. I got my guys with me. I got my main man, G. What up, G?
You.
Of course, I got my main man, the Transformer. Transformer, what's popping?
Man, nothing thing but a G thing, bro. What's going on?
Maintaining. And I got a special guest with me. It is Benjamin Arthur, Fox Sports reporter, covering specifically the NFL AFC South. Ben, thanks so much for joining us tonight, man.
Thank you guys for having me. Excited to be here.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do, we're going to get right to it. And we are going to continue in our NFL divisional preview series. And we're going to start with the AFC South. And we're gonna actually, instead of breaking down each team like we normally like to do, and maybe we can get back around to that later, we're going to start with Ben, who is going to give us a whip around of the division and kind of talk to us about what he sees and what's going on in the division as he's covering it boots on ground. So Ben, why don't you go ahead and start us off, and then from there we'll go with a few individual questions.
Yeah, I think first of all, I think the AFC South is going to be one of the most interesting divisions in the NFL this upcoming season. It might be the most competitive, to be honest. I think a lot of people, at least from a national perspective, think the Texans will just run away with the division after the year they just had.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably number one in my book, but I think this is a really balanced division for the most part. And I think there are some wild cards too, right? Like if Anthony Richardson is healthy for the Colts, plays a full season, and Jonathan Taylor, exactly, that backfield together, I think that's really special. And then Will Levis, I'm really bullish on him.
Me too.
I'm in Nashville. I'm seeing him practice every day and really starting to get on page with these receivers they have. They probably have the best group of receivers they've had since the franchise moved to Tennessee. I mean, between D-Hop, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd, they have a couple good tight ends. They added Tony Pollard in the backfield to go with Tajay Spears, who's starting to take away some snaps from Derrick Henry last season. I think if that O-line is better just with the weapons he has, I mean, they're kind of a wild card too. And then we know what the Texans are, what they did last season, what CJ Stroud is seemingly continuing to ascend to be. And then I think Jacksonville could be sneaky good too, because I think this might be the best team they've had around Trevor, at least on paper, since he got to the NFL a few years ago. So I think this is going to be a fun division. So I think those would be my opening thoughts. Again, I think the Texans are maybe still that number one team for obvious reasons, but I think this is going to be a lot more competitive, a lot more balanced than I think the national audience would think off bat.
Okay, well, let me start here with this. Since you mentioned the Texans last, and as you mentioned, most people see them as the class of the division. CJ Stroud gets a shiny new toy to play with, and that's going to be Stephon Diggs coming down from Buffalo. Shut up, Transformer. Stephon Diggs coming down from Buffalo. What do you think is going to be the effect of him joining that receiving core in Houston? And the reason I ask is a lot of times when you get that number one receiver, especially with a young quarterback, he's going to feel the need to try to force the ball to him and ensure that he gets his catches, especially I believe this is a contract year for Stephon Diggs as well. So kind of what are your thoughts on how that's going to affect Houston, that offense, what Bobby Slowick wants to do, and, of course, CJ Stroud?
I think, first of all, it just makes them that much deeper, that much scarier, that much more lethal just like if you just start with the receiving standpoint, right? You already have Nico Collins. You have Tank Dell, who's coming back. I mean, you have three guys who could be
a number one.
Yeah, be a number one. I mean, obviously, maybe we haven't seen enough of Tank in the NFL, but just from that small sample size he showed last season, you have really three number one guys. And then they have a really, really good tight end in Dalton Schultz. They have a really, really good running back in Joe Mixon, who's,
that's big. I forgot about that.
Multi-time Pro Bowler. Yeah. And CJ has actually talked about how they have like a five-headed monster, so to speak, right? And so I think from Stephon Diggs's perspective, like I think he knows like he's gonna have to kind of get in line. I think he's very cognizant of maybe the perception out there about him. And you mentioned like his contract, like the Texans when they traded for him, they wiped out like the final year,
Mm-hmm.
the added years on his deal. So this is a
Right.
contract year for him. And so I think from his perspective, like if you want to maximize the bag you're gonna get, you're gonna be in line in Houston in 2024. Like be a good teammate, be a good leader.
Yeah.
Lead these other top dogs in the receiver room they have, and just kind of be everything. Kind of CJ Stroud, Bobby Slovic, what they need him to be in that offense, and everything D'Amico Ryans has said to this point has been positive, just about what Stephon Diggs has brought to the table. Obviously, it's still just training camp preseason at this point, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't really foresee that being much of an issue. And just even in the short time, the year of just 1 year of like the D'Amico, CJ Stroud era, like the culture in Houston has completely changed. The standard that they hold
Absolutely.
themselves to, like I've
Mhm.
heard them talk a number of times about just how like not everyone can play in Houston, and that hasn't
That's
always
crazy.
been the case. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
they just hold themselves to a whole different level. I think a winning culture. I think D'Amico brought that from San Francisco, and um, so yeah, I think overall, number one, I don't think Stephon Diggs will be that much of an issue, just from a antics, diva, whatever you want to call it, perspective. And then I think overall, he just makes them deeper, more lethal. I mean, they have so many weapons on the offensive side that if everyone stays healthy, I think it's going to be really hard to stop them.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So let's bounce around a little bit. Two out of the three of us here are down here in Florida in Duval County. So we are in Jags country. So G is not, as you can tell. G is up in he's up in the Ravens flock. Respect due for that.
That's it. Hey.
But yeah,
Is that it? No, that's not the nose.
Don't-
Okay,
don't
I'm
do that.
gonna get it. I'm gonna get it right, bro.
The AFC South
Yeah,
won't
don't do
win a
that,
ring in the
Jason.
next 20 years. So let's just cut to the chase.
right. So we saw Trevor Lawrence get one of the biggest contracts in history this offseason, in my personal opinion, not one that he deserved. Obviously, I was there when he won his lone playoff game, and it was an incredible comeback against
It
the
was.
Chargers. So credit due for that. He has won a playoff game, and it was a tremendous outing. That said, I don't think he was worth that money. How do you think that bodes for the Jaguars franchise going forward? And again, he lost Calvin Ridley. That was a major weapon they had last year. Where are you on the Jags, and what do you see from them this season?
Yeah, I think first of all on the Trevor Lawrence front, I mean that's what the going rate for quarterbacks is, regardless of what you think he is or has been or what he should be, whatever. I mean that's just what quarterbacks are now. I will say, like with Trevor, like I mean there was a lot going against him last season. I mean we could say like he was touted as a generational guy coming out of Clemson.
Correct.
He should have been more than what he is now.
Yes.
But you have to kind of look at that first year with Urban Meyer.
I was about to say, yeah, that's fair.
And then last year, all the injuries they had at wide receiver, the O-line issues they were having, the run game issues they were having. They were awful running the ball. The continuity on the line wasn't there. That both of those things put a lot of pressure on Trevor. And then he barely practiced the second half of the season.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even remember all the issues, but I know he had the concussion, he had the shoulder issue, ankle issue, knee issue. Like there was a lot going on. So yeah, he should be better, I think, than what he's been now, than what he's proved to be at this point. But at the end of the day, he's still an above average starter in my mind. And I think with the right pieces around him, with the right health around him, from the guys around him and just himself, I mean, I think he's still very capable of leading the Jaguars on a deep playoff run. And I think from the Jaguars' perspective, in terms of giving him that bag, Bruce, I see you shaking your head, but I think just you have to think about where the Jaguars have been as a franchise, right? And just the hope that Trevor has brought. Maybe they're not great, but they've been good, right? They have back-to-back
Mhm.
winning seasons for the first time since Lord knows how long. They've had
Yeah.
really bad quarterback play prior to Trevor. They have the new stadium coming. I mean, I think all of these macro factors you have to look at when they decided to kind of give Trevor this deal. And so I think it's those things plus the quarterback market. And then in terms of the Jaguars themselves, like I said in the beginning, I think this might be the best team they've had around Trevor. I think the Calvin Ridley thing is going to hurt, but I
I
think
think
in
so too.
time, I think in time, Brian Thomas Jr. could be good. Gabe Davis, I mean, both of those guys are great. Like deep threats will be able to stretch the field. And you look at
Mhm.
the advanced numbers for Trevor, like he's been really good actually in the deep passing game. So you get two guys who
Yes, he
are
has.
really equipped uh, to kind of take advantage of that. I think that's a really good situation for the Jags to be in. And then I know there's been a lot made of kind of like the veteran additions they've made too, just guys with conference championship game experience or Super Bowl experience. I think all those things are going to help when you look at how the Jaguars just collapsed at the end of last season. And I think the big thing for me is I'm still not completely sold on their O line.
Mhm.
So I guess we'll kind of see how that shakes out and what the run game is going to look like. Like they're going to need a lot from Tank Bigsby. I mean, Travis Etienne can't do everything. They're
No.
going to need to take the load off him. So I think that's kind of a question mark for me. But overall, I mean, I think this is a solid team. I think they'll be in the playoff hunt. And yeah, I think Trevor will take a step. I don't know if he'll ever be what we touted him to be, but
Yeah.
I think he could still be a very good, quarterback consistently in the NFL.
I think he can too, but a big problem for me is all that stuff that you're saying makes a lot of sense, and I'm not pushing back against any of that. The problem is if you are supposed to be what they said you are, and even if you're supposed to be what they paid you as, you're supposed to be able to lift the ship against all these things that are going on and the stuff around you, right? Don't get me wrong. Everybody, football is the ultimate team game. Everybody needs, things around them to have success, but the really good ones can lift up an average or above average team. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so for everything they say and for what they paid for, he's supposed to be better than this. That's kind of my issue. And I don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, that's very, very valid points, Bruce. But at the same time, like, how many times have like the number one overall pick actually lived up? From the quarterback position,
Mhm.
actually lived up to that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I know they're different players, but I kind of look at Trevor a little bit as like the Jared Goff type situation. I don't think he's as much of a game manager as Goff was, but they were still able to get to a Super
Yeah.
Bowl with him. The
Mhm.
Rams
Had a
were, and
crazy
now
defense. Yeah.
crazy defense, and then now
And
he's
a lot
had
of weapons.
success in Detroit, and now he
Mhm.
just got a massive bag. So I think you could still, even if you're not the generational guy everyone thought you should be, even if you're not a Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow
Mhm.
type of guy to elevate
Right.
a franchise, if you're that top pick and you could still prove you're really, really good and
Mhm.
you can be great in particular years with the right team around you, I think
Mhm.
that's good enough because how many guys are actually transcendent? Like
Right.
the hit rate is so astronomically low that I
Mhm.
think saying that Trevor, just because Trevor isn't that, like that we should kind of look down upon what he is to this point. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I guess it's just because of to me, I guess it's just so much of the push and the hype that we heard coming out of college at Clemson. Remember when they won the national championship with him as a freshman? The whole thing was if he could come out right now, he'd be the number one overall pick and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, y'all are gonna see. Like, yeah, he can play, but but I hear what you're saying. So let's go ahead and let's get up to where you are. Let's get up to Nashville and let's talk Titans. And one of the things you mentioned was Will Levis. And
Yes, sir.
I don't have a problem with Will Levis. I think a lot of people don't see what maybe you see in Will Levis and what a lot of other people see in Will Levis. But to your point, I didn't realize I knew about the Calvin Ridley. I didn't realize they had also got was that Taj Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
Sorry. Yeah, Taj Boyd. That's okay. Yeah, Tyler Boyd from Cincinnati, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. So I didn't realize they had grabbed him too. So yeah, that's definitely an interesting receiver core that they have there. Talk to us about what you've seen in Will Levis's development, and talk to us about what you see from the Titans overall, new head coach Brian Callahan, etc.
Yeah, I think first of all, Will looks just so much more comfortable, right? And you would hope that being going into year 2 and knowing that you're going to be the full-time starter. We have to remember he started last year as the number 3 and then was elevated to number 1 when Tannehill got hurt like mid-season. And so there's a lot of change and a lot of adjustment going on. And going into this year, like through training camp, like you're really seeing the ease. I think having a very quarterback friendly offense, a receiver friendly offense, a pass first offense has really done a lot for his confidence. I mean, seeing how much the Titans throw the ball in practice is just kind of jaw dropping to me, having been here the last few years under
Right.
Mike Vrabel.
With
Like
Derrick
it's
Henry,
complete, and Derrick Henry, like it's night and day.
Right.
Just the emphasis on it. Like they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. They're going to be throwing on early downs. There's a lot more aggressiveness just in terms of throwing the ball. And I think Will really enjoys that. I think his relationship with Brian Callahan to this point is pretty strong. Will has talked about how in Brian Callahan, he has a head coach who feels like more of a friend than any head coach or whatever that he's had. And I think as head coach, you have to kind of balance that line, right, in terms of being hard on a guy and, having a good relationship. But I think they're balancing that line really well. And I think he really empowers Will. Like he's like the Titans have really given the keys of the franchise to Will. They're like, we want you to show us that you're the franchise guy. And I think Will is really running with that confidence. And like I said, I think Will is going to have a better chance at success this year. I mean, I mentioned the receivers, but also the O-line is significantly better. I don't know how much better they'll be much better than last season. I don't know if they'll be a good or great O-line, but I know they can at least be average, especially that they have Bill Callahan, who's one of the best O-line coaches ever.
He comes from O-line. That's right.
Exactly. And that's the new head coach's father. So father, son, coaching together. And so a big thing with Will last year was, number one, he didn't have enough time in the pocket to like really deliver the ball or go through his reads. And number two, the few times he did have enough time, they didn't really have anyone who could beat man coverage besides D-Hop. And they fixed both of those issues, right? They have three guys at receiver. They drafted a left tackle at number 7 overall. They paid Lloyd Cushenberry, who's one of the best centers in the NFL. They've done everything right in terms of giving Will the best chance to succeed. Now it's just kind of up to Will to run with that. So so that's kind of what I'm looking for, because we saw the flashes last year, right? Like beyond the debut game when he maybe kind of caught everybody off guard, there was the Dolphins game, which I think is that game that really caught the Titans' eyes, right? Trailing by double digits with a few minutes left in the fourth quarter. And I believe the Dolphins were the number 1 team in the AFC at the time. And Will led the comeback victory. And there were times I think it was Pittsburgh on Thursday night, he looked really good in that game. So he's shown the flashes, right? And now I think they have the team to where they could see it over an extended period of time.
Very nice. What does Will Levis do best?
What does he do best? That's a good question. I mean, his arm strength is definitely up there. I mean, he could really sling it. And I think that's why it's going to be so fun to watch him and Calvin Ridley especially when they start to get on time, because they've had a couple of issues just in terms of the timing, right? Because Calvin is so fast, like he's so much faster than other guys. But I think as of late, they've started to catch a little bit of a rhythm. And so I think that deep ball, especially utilizing a guy like Calvin Ridley, his speed, that combination, we're really going to see that. And beyond the arm strength, I mean, his toughness. I mean, that I know that's such a cliche football thing, but as
Mhm.
as a quarterback, the way he's willing to put his body on the line sometimes, I mean,
Absolutely.
like
Yeah.
of course you want your quarterback to protect himself at times, but that fires guys up when you're willing to like, you know, put your body on the line to get that first down. It fires up the O linemen, the backs, the tight ends,
Mhm.
like, so I
You
think
still
they
got to be
really
careful with that.
no,
Don't
he
you
does.
don't need
That's
to
what
try
I'm
to be
saying.
too tough with that. Right,
No,
right.
that's what I'm saying. Like he does have to balance it, but I
Mhm.
think he's learning to toe that a bit. So I think the two things, arm strength and toughness, are two things that stand out about Will.
So last thing on Will Levis, you mentioned earlier that you feel like they're kind of giving him the keys. So are they allowing him to make checks and audibles at the line and check out of plays or into other ones where he feels comfortable or where he sees something? Is he at that level or are they still kind of guiding him?
Yeah, he's been doing that. I mean, I think at this point they've just kind of gotten beyond the whole install of
Hmm.
just the new offense, the new
Right.
scheme. So I don't think we've seen anything too crazy, and we've only seen two drives from him in the preseason. And I think this joint practices they're going to have with the Seahawks as they kind of ramp up a little bit, we'll see more of that. But Brian Callahan definitely empowers Will to do that. I think it's just a matter of continuing to gain that comfort in the offense to be able to do that consistently is the biggest thing.
Okay. Um, and finally, we briefly mentioned it, but let's take a run to Indianapolis and look at the Colts. Obviously, Anthony Richardson missed a lot of time due to injury last year. Jonathan Taylor missed some time due to injury last year. 2 years ago, I want to say Jonathan Taylor led the league in carries, led the league in rushing, led the league in rushing touchdowns. Had an outstanding year, showed the type of back that he's capable of being when he's healthy and when the Colts offensive line is playing like they're capable of. What do you see in Indianapolis, and what do you think in Shane Steichen's second year? He's had the ability. Obviously, we saw the work that he was able to do with Jalen Hurts, another mobile quarterback. In terms of he was able to help Philly and Jalen Hurts maximize potential and get all the way to the Super Bowl. What do you see there?
Yeah, I mean, the Colts to me, like if Anthony Richardson is healthy, might be the biggest threat to the Texans in the division. I mean, just look at what they did last year when 9-8, they were basically a first down conversion away from uh, being the AFC South champion with Gardner Minshew at quarterback, and they were top 10 in scoring offense with Jonathan Taylor missing 7 games, with Anthony
Hmm.
Richardson missing 13 games, with their right tackle missing like 5 or 6 games. You get all those guys healthy, and then they added AD Mitchell, a really explosive receiver from Texas, first round talent who they got in
Right.
the second round. They already had Michael Pittman Jr. I think this could be a dangerous team. This is the biggest wild card for me, but I
I
think they
agree.
have the most upside if everyone is healthy.
Yeah.
And like we haven't really seen the full extent of the Colts playbook with Anthony Richardson.
Hmm.
And he only played like 173 snaps. Him and Jonathan Taylor only played 2 snaps together last year.
Right.
That's
As
huge.
crazy, yeah,
That
as
is crazy.
That's
crazy,
huge.
as crazy as that is. So there are plays we haven't seen. There, I think it could get again if he's healthy. Uh, I think they could do some special things for sure.
The key word
That's
is if.
If
yes.
yeah,
And also, obviously, we need Quentin Nelson back to playing at his All Pro level. Go Irish! Got to throw that in there. But no, we need him back to don't even do it. We're gonna see you in November, Transformer, when your nose come up to South Bend. But anyway, that's a different thing. But yeah, no, when you have Quentin Nelson and the rest of that offensive line playing the way they're capable, and then I mean, you have to look at what Shane Steichen does in the RPO game. If you have a healthy Jonathan Taylor and a healthy, a
Anthony
healthy Anthony
Richardson.
Richardson, that could be incredibly dangerous. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do this year. So Oh, before we get to that, real quick, thanks for everybody who's tuning in. Thank you for those who's in the chat. If you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead, click that like and subscribe on the YouTube page. Make sure you click that like. Helps YouTube hit the algorithm and push the show out to more people, so we can have more people in the chat, more interaction, all that. All right. Anyway,
Big shout out Nino.
I was about to say, Nino, what's good, brother? Thank you.
Nino.
Steeler Nation. Come on, Nino. Don't get kicked out the chat. You know what, man? You super
Black
chatted
and yellow,
us.
black and yellow, black
So
and yellow, black and yellow.
that'll get you this comment for the day. But me and G coming for you. Pause. So be ready. But so Ben, what do you have in terms of the what do you have as the order in the division at the end of the year?
Excellent question.
And we're, of course, we're assuming health here.
Yeah, assuming health. Okay. So Texans number 1, big shocker, I know.
Right.
Let me say Colts 2. Let me say Colts 2, Titans 3, Jags 4.
So you just finished telling me about how Trevor Lawrence and this and that and the
no. This is why I'm saying this is
Trevor.
If you remember what no, he's not. But if you remember what I said at the very beginning, I think this has the potential to be the most competitive division in the NFL. So even though I'm saying the Jags 4th, I still think all these teams are going to be good to a certain degree. I mean, that's relative, but I don't think anyone is going to get 6 games.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a close, particularly from like maybe the 2 to 4 spot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd have to say Houston, Indy, Tennessee, Jacksonville.
Okay. So Ben, while we absolutely respect, your closeness and your boots on ground and everything and your knowledge, because you're right there with it, you're knee deep and all that. G, why don't you go ahead and tell them what the real most competitive division in the NFL is? Tell them, G.
The AFC North. I mean, it's
you already know.
Smash my football at its finest.
Don't get G started, man.
Games. On Sundays, like every Sunday is like a Super Bowl game when it comes to the AFC North football.
AFC North is vicious. Yeah, that's the hospital division,
bro.
Right there.
Like it's like you nut, man. And the crazy thing is like we look at longevity, like over the years, like before, we can't go too far back, but the Ray Lewis era, right? Like Ray Lewis and the Steelers. Nino, I see you, Nino. You know, like I know, right? Like right. I know when it came down to football on Sundays. And we played the Steelers, right? We played the Steelers. You know that.
Oh, we're talking 3-6 to score.
Listen, bro, like if we playing on Sundays, that Monday is either the best day of the week or it's the worst day of the week. You know what I mean? And so I think the AFC South definitely there's a lot of young talent there, and it's still competitive football, but we the OGs of this thing, we lock in on Sundays.
So Ben, something you mentioned earlier, and I wanted to get back to before we let you go. When it comes to Houston, now we kind of but opposing defensive coordinators, they get paid too. Offense is what sells all the tickets and what everybody in the sports media wants to talk about. But these defensive coaches get paid as well. What do you think is going to be kind of the second year? There's a lot more tape out on Bobby Slowick's offense. There's a lot more tape out on CJ Stroud, what he likes to do. Nico Collins. Obviously, there's plenty of tape for years on Stephon Diggs. How do you think defenses throughout the league are going to kind of react to what Houston is doing? And to your knowledge, has Bobby Slowick and that coaching staff, made the necessary adjustments to kind of stay ahead of that? You can't rest on your laurels. NFL stands for not for long, as you well know.
Yeah, I think that's kind of that question. That the answer to that question is to be determined, right? Because they haven't seen opposing defenses yet. So I think there's a level of anticipation that comes with that. But until that actually comes, it's hard to say. But yeah, to stop the Texans, honestly, I don't really know how you stop them, because last year, even when you shut down the Texans' run game, you think, oh, that put so much pressure on CJ to carry everything. Well, that didn't matter.
It didn't phase him.
It didn't phase him. He was still able to carry the offense, and now they added Stephon Diggs to that. So, and they have a better running back than they did last year and Joe Mixon. So it's
That
kind of
right there, that's the one. That is a
yeah.
dangerous weapon.
Yeah, and I think probably the biggest thing will be the pass catching out of the backfield, right? Because I mean,
Yep.
he'll be a threat between the tackles too, but you put so much effort into like making sure you have the back end on lock. If you're the defense, like
Yeah.
gonna leave open like a lot of yards for Joe Mixon potentially to take advantage of the space in front of him. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, I don't really have a good answer for what defenses can do. I think what they'll probably do is look at a lot of the tape from the Ravens game and the divisional game last season and the different pressure packages, just getting like the creativity in it, just kind of throw them off
Good
guard
point.
a bit. I think that's probably the best way to maybe kind of throw them off their game a bit.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to make CJ Stroud uncomfortable. The way he manipulates the pocket for a young quarterback is super impressive, and you got to find a way to bring pressure from places that he is not expecting. So yeah. I mean, of course, that sounds generic, right? That's the way to try and deal with every really good quarterback, but yeah, he's special
for sure.
Yeah. All right, Ben. Transform. You got anything for Ben before we let him go?
Well, by the time I can get the floor, Jesus Christ, I've been waiting.
Man.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you, brother. No, so I do got a question, man. Do we have any update on B Hop right now?
That's what I'm going to ask.
D Hop, yeah.
Yeah, so the Titans are optimistic that he'll be. I mean, there's no update since the news came out.
Yeah.
Which is that they're optimistic that he'll be ready by week 1. But I think from a precautionary standpoint, probably week 2.
3.
Yeah,
okay.
week 2, week 3.
Okay.
So that's what's looking like. But I think from the Titans' perspective, this is the 1 year where it's not that big of a deal because they actually have receiver depth for the first time in forever. Like if this happened last year, they would have been screwed. But I think this year, just because they have Tyler Boyd, and I know they're optimistic about how Treylon Burks, their former first-round pick, has come along. Like they have enough in that room to where if he's not out there just for a week or 2,
pretty good weapons.
Exactly. So
I think that's huge, man. In my opinion, I do have the Titans coming up big in that division. I did some looks over the schedule earlier, and I wasn't too happy with what I saw with how the Houston Texans end of the season is going to look like. So I actually sneaky have the Titans winning that division. So I wouldn't be shocked if they come out winning that division based on the schedule. I do think they got some crazy talent at receiver. I think they definitely address you're not going to really replace Derrick Henry, but you can at least get a decent running back. You still need a ground and pound back to go along with Pollard, I believe. And I think I like their tight end as well. I can never pronounce his name. Okonkwo. Okonkwo, yeah. So they're pretty good offensively, man. What I saw from Will Levis last year, I saw fire. It was certain players where I'm like, okay, he's not afraid to risk it. He will make that throw, whether it's in the middle of traffic, whether he has a defensive end coming down right down the lane, knowing he's about to get his head taken off, he's going to make that deep ball throw. So I definitely did like what I saw from it, but I'm looking at it from a schedule perspective.
Yeah.
The Titans does have a favorable schedule, I will say. And with that division being so young at quarterback, Will Levis is the oldest quarterback.
Yeah.
We don't know that, and so Trevor Lawrence has the longest experience with 3 years. That's the longest experience in that division. We're talking 3 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. So it's really that division is really going to be up for grabs. I do like the growth that division is going to be coming into, especially if they keep building around these guys. So I think the sky's the limit with this division. I think the next 3 to 4 years, we're probably going to be talking about, hey, this is another smash mouth division. If those guys, Lamar Jackson is not going to be what he is in the Ravens for that long, brother. So just take it as it is. But that's my bullish take. I'm bullish on the Titans this year. I'm going to be definitely watching them, tuning in. I see the Titans winning that division. I definitely can see it. I think it's going to be something very, very close. I think one team is going to get about 10, 11 wins. It's going to be like 9, 8, and 8 or something like that.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's definitely going to be some tight games in there. But when it comes to that out of conference, out of division schedule, excuse me, when it comes to the Texans, I'm seeing a lot of L's at the end of the season that I'm like, whoa, that's gonna be costly for the Texans, definitely if they want to finish out on top. So that's my take, guys.
All right, appreciate that. Ben, we know you got to get up early, get to camp in the morning. Thank you so much for taking the time to lend us your expertise and share some of what you've been seeing. And yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you guys for having me. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Have
Man, it's a pleasure, man.
Yep. Peace out. Thank you.
You gotta come back on, bro.
Yes, sir. I got y'all. Let me know, Bruce.
Absolutely.
Definitely, man. We'll talk.
Cool. Bet. Thank you.
All right, brother. All right. So what we're gonna do now, before we go ahead, open up the phone lines. Do you guys have anything that you wanted to add? I wanted to make sure that we gave our guest his time. His time was limited, so I want to make sure.
No, absolutely. So one thing we didn't do, we didn't get you guys' takes on who's leading the division. We didn't get the order. We only got Ben's.
Okay, right. G, go ahead, man.
It's an easy one. Texans, Titans, Colts, Jaguars.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the Texans.
I like them too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got Texans.
It's kind of a weak division, honestly.
Titans,
no shade. It's kind of a weak division.
I think
I wouldn't call it weak.
There's competition within the division.
Yeah.
Premature.
Yeah, that's very good.
I'll take that. Yeah, premature is a very good example. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy.
It's some alphas out here in that AFC.
Facts.
Yeah.
And the AFC is mean, man.
Jesus Christ, everybody can't be the Ravens, the Steelers.
No. We're not even saying that. Right? Look at the quarterbacks in the AFC. Mahomes, Burrow. If Deshaun Watson can ever get back to where he was, but still Mahomes, Burrow, CJ Stroud, depending on what Trevor Lawrence ends up becoming, you got freaking Aaron Rodgers in the AFC now. There's a lot of really good quarterbacks in the AFC. A lot of really good.
And they have the youngest quarterback teams, and that's the youngest quarterbacks. They have the youngest quarterback.
A lot of turnover there.
True.
A lot of turnover, and it's going to continue to be a lot of turnover there. And I don't believe it's a lot of turnover in the AFC.
Okay,
South. Jags, Texans. Oh gosh,
that's an interesting. Nah, Jags. Nah,
he must be a Jags fan.
Yeah. No,
so
I don't think
who's after Texas, Bruce?
For me, I said Texans, Colts, Titans, Jags.
I figured that was going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got the Jags.
Everybody got the Jags last. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't believe in it.
And last name. Who's last name?
Okay. I don't know. I saw a last name. He was in the comments on.
He's been here for a minute.
Yeah, he's been here for a minute. He's been on Man Down Sports as well. I think that's probably where he found us.
Shout out last name, man. We don't know your last name.
We don't know your last name, bro. But it's cool. We're glad you're here, man. Yeah.
Welcome, last name. All right.
There you go.
Somebody gotta come in with first name. First name.
That's right, Steve. You did say you was a Steelers fan. Yep.
People sleeping on the Jags. They tough. I mean, they play the Ravens tough every year. So yeah, you're right. But I think when it come down to that playoff football, it's a little different than that season.
What's up, Edward? Yeah, you missed that. We were actually talking to Benjamin earlier about that. In case you missed it, he's an actual NFL reporter, covers the AFC South for Fox Sports, and he was on it. We were talking about the whole Trevor Lawrence contract with him, and basically it's more a function of he's a better than average quarterback, but he got paid based on where the market is right now and what they're hoping they can get going forward.
Definitely.
I am not a fan of that contract. Everyone keeps talking about where the market is right now, but if the owners don't pay these dudes a certain amount, then the market can't go any further. If you don't pay somebody who's not worth it, market resetting money, then the market doesn't have to advance. I don't understand.
See how they did the running backs?
Yeah, they did. That's right.
They stopped it. They were like, "Hey, we ain't paying y'all that. We ain't paying."
They'll never do it for the quarterbacks. AFC South will be way more competitive than the AFC West. That I can agree with. But
that's the Broncos, the Raiders.
Raiders, Chiefs, and Chargers. But I can tell you, the Chargers will be improved, and the Broncos may be slightly improved. But it'll be the Chiefs and the Chargers. But my life, your entertainment, I do agree that the AF South will be way more.
I think in the next 3 years, this is going to be a very, very good division. We'll know what Trevor Lawrence is going to be. We'll know what Will Levis is going to be. We'll know what Anthony Richardson was going to be. we'll know we kind of see where Stroud's going to be. And I think if you keep putting the players and the key pieces around them like they've been doing, yeah, we're looking at a tough division in the next 3-4 years.
That's a fact. All right, well, let's go ahead now, gentlemen.
Hold on. One quick
G,
question.
go ahead, man.
So if I'm a Dak, right? I want to go to the AFC
Dak Prescott?
South. Yeah, if I'm a Dak Prescott, right? Like let's just look ahead. The Cowboys don't sign him. If I'm Dak, I want to go to the AFC South.
Well, where you gonna go?
Who's taking him?
You got Levis on a rookie deal with those weapons. You got Anthony Richardson on a rookie deal. CJ Stroud on a rookie deal.
They're not signing
just got paid.
Of course not CJ. Of course not CJ. But
it's not gonna be Trevor.
Else, it won't be Trevor either. They already invested. They lost their money. But,
right. So it's where
he might not have a home, bro. He may not have a home after
You know what they're saying? They're saying the Raiders will probably back up the truck for him. The Raiders don't have a quarterback unless they're bad enough to get a Quinn Ewers or a Shedeur Sanders out of the draft. Okay. If I'm the Cowboys, man, I'll let this dude walk, and I try to trade up if I need to and get a Quinn Ewers or a Shedeur Sanders out of the draft. That's what I would do.
I think Cooper will keep him in the fight.
Cooper Kupp? Not Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush. Thank you. Yes.
Cooper Rush. Think Rush should keep him in the fight, man. They got some good weapons
as a starter a couple years ago. So
when Dak was out.
But it's kind of different, holding it down until somebody gets back versus being the guy.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially with no run game, because they don't have no run game. So he definitely did have a run game.
That's the other problem.
So
they got Zeke back.
Zeke the freak.
All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready to see if we can open it up and see if we get a couple calls in here before we move on?
Man, call in.
I'm not opening nothing up. First of all, let's cut that to the chase.
Man, we talk about the phone lines, man. Do I need to get one of them shirts like my man Mel had?
No Diddy.
No Diddy shirt.
Shout out, Man Down Sports. No Diddy.
Shout out, Man Down Shorts with the hash, Man Down Sports.
Take them in the top 10 across the board. You go. Crazy work. All
right, what do we do? I will go ahead and open up the phone lines now. Phone number is 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Numbers on the bottom of your screen scrolling. Give us a call. Give us your thoughts on the AFC South. If you have anything to comment on what you heard from AFC South reporter for Fox, Ben Arthur, or anything that we had to say, or any of your own thoughts, 904-219-8264. Let's get it.
And give us your order of the division too.
Yes. Call and give us your order of the division, or put it in the chat. Jerry Jones wants Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, last name. That's who I'd be gunning for. But the question is, does he actually want Shedeur Sanders, or is he trying to get Shedeur in some sort of package deal with Coach Prime? That's what I want to know.
As a coach?
Yeah, Jerry's all about the show. But the thing is Coach Prime
Jones move, man?
Yeah, but would Coach Prime? Well, he already said number one that he never wants to coach in the pros because he would get upset that you got dudes making money who are not giving the effort. So there's that. But on the flip side, do you think that Coach Prime would be the kind of guy that would have an owner, kind of always in the way, always in the camera, not letting him do what he needs to do to have success? I don't think so.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Coach Prime in the NFL in the next 3 to 5 years. I think after his boys finish, he gonna move on to coaching in the NFL. Like I think that was just a project to usher his kids.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, he said he would never coach in the NFL, but it's possible. Anything's possible. Just ask Kevin Garnett.
I'll say it. You can ask Tatum too.
Hey, Tatum's a champion.
Tatum's a gold medalist too, boy.
Tatum is a champion. That's right.
Something like that, biting that gold medal. Like, yeah, I earned that.
Champion, a gold medalist,
2
multiple
points
time
off the
first
bench.
team All NBA.
Man.
2 points off the bench.
Leave that one alone. I ain't even going there, bro. You can get my blood pressure up.
Tatum will put his ring on. He'll put his ring on and ask you with the 5 fingers set to the face. Slap.
Beta. Yeah, beta.
Oh man! All right, we're not even doing
on
this.
His own
team.
That's crazy.
Right. We're not even doing this. Let's go. All right. Let's go ahead and let's get to the next topic, and that is NFC South. This is a bad division, man. I don't see.
We should have skipped this one
Oh,
right
man.
here.
Yeah, we could have, man. Let's just talk about a little bit about the Falcons, and we can move forward.
Sheesh.
That's an interesting assessment, huh?
When Brown leaves, I think he goes back to the SWAC, to Alabama, AMU. To AMU, A&M.
Alabama. A&M. That's interesting. All right, hold on. We got a call, y'all. Let's take this. Edward, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? Doing all
what's
right.
going on, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
Maintain it. What you got?
Go Steelers.
My prediction for that, go Steelers. But my prediction for the AFC South is that I got Texas, and I want to go Jags, Colts, then the Titans. I mean, yeah, that's my prediction for that. Now, when it came to that Trevor, I asked y'all guys about the Trevor Lawrence contract. I think that he got paid off for not what happened previous, but the year before that.
Yeah.
With the playoff
Absolutely.
run. That's what he got paid off because, and me, I hate to say that, even though this got such a thing, like Jordan Love got paid off for 7 games. So that's my opinion. That's what I think about it. And then, like, with Daniel Jones and Trevor Lawrence numbers, they are about the same. I think he deserves Daniel Jones money instead of that high contract.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. But here's
it like 35 a year or something like that?
I think 40 million.
40 million?
Yeah. But here's the deal, though, right? When you talk about you brought up Jordan Love getting paid off 7 games. So I'm going to push back on that. Jordan Love didn't get paid off 7 games because he's been in that organization for 3 years. They know what they have. They just had to make sure it translated, from the practice field out into the games. They know what they had. That's why they paid him. I think if that was anybody else who had, maybe just come in or whatever, and it was 7 games, all right, that's something different. But they knew exactly what they had already. And from what we saw, how he went in there, sliced and diced the Cowboys in the playoffs, and then he had a really good showing against the 49ers. They were just a little bit outgunned and a little young. He earned that money. It seems like it wasn't enough of a sample size, and I can understand how anybody would feel that. But nah, Jordan Love's he's good to go with that bread, and you're gonna see he's gonna have a really good year this year.
Okay, would you put him ahead of Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, they both won playoff games. That's what I'm asking. Like, they both have them.
But look how those playoff games were won. Like Jordan Love was just basically flawless.
If I'm not mistaken,
he was basically flawless. His first pick came against San Fran.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Trevor Lawrence he had a phenomenal second half in that game. I actually covered that game for the Florida Star. Shout out Florida Star. If I'm not mistaken, he threw 4 picks in the first half of that game. So he was the one who had to dig his team out of the hole that he created. He dug the hole, and then he had to get him out. So for me, you don't get
Jordan Love created the hole and put Dallas in the hole.
Yes.
Put the dirt on top of the hole and call it a day.
Sure did.
Okay.
He did.
See, I can't say it. Yeah, okay. I get where y'all coming from.
Yeah.
It was just about that Trevor Lawrence with him getting that contract. And I can name 10 quarterbacks way better than Trevor Lawrence getting that money.
Yeah, I don't think I can disagree with that. Yeah. I don't think I can disagree. All right, man. You got anything else before we let you go?
Man, that's dog, man. I'm just continue watching the pod. Man, I just want to give my time in on that. Y'all be safe.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Love you, boy.
I love you too, buddy.
All right, good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and let's take it to the NFC South and let's get it going. So, NFC South, that is the division featuring Falcons, Buccaneers, Saints, and Panthers. It's a pretty weak division. You got one playoff team in there, and then a second one that possibility, maybe a wild card. I don't know, in Atlanta. But the problem is you've got concerns in terms of can Kirk Cousins stay healthy, and even if he does, but he's not playing well, you're going to start hearing the chance for Michael Penix Jr., and that's going to be a whole thing. But let's go ahead and start. G, why don't you give us your thoughts on NFC South division?
Man, I like the Bucks.
Yeah, me too.
I like the Bucks. One,
Baker, touchdown maker.
Man, I think the Falcons going. I think the Falcons going to do it with Michael Penix. They say he hot. They say he hot. They say he on fire in camp right now.
I can see it.
Yeah,
I thought
they say he on fire.
Everybody was in love with Caleb Williams. I thought Michael Penix Jr. was the best quarterback coming out. Maybe I love the pocket guys. But Penix is legit, man.
Yeah,
he'll carve you up in there.
Make all the throws. So I like the Bucks, and then I got the Falcons with Michael Penix. I don't think Kirk is going to survive, even though they paid him all that money.
Yeah, I don't know if he can stay healthy. That's my concern.
I mean, only thing it take is the common cold when he out of there. He get the common cold, he done, man. Like he's saying that with Joe Flacco, right? But then it's a toss up between the Panthers and the Saints as well. Like I really don't know.
That's no toss up. Saints gonna be Panthers gonna be dead last again. Two
losing seasons. That's what I see. But I say the Panthers and the Saints next. Yeah, it's not much here.
No, not much at all. Who was it? Somebody put up a comment. Was it last name? Don't be surprised by week 10 Spencer Rattler starting quarterback for the Saints. I can see it. I don't believe at all.
I don't even think he's the second quarterback.
No, well, he's the starter. I think Spencer Rattler is like what was it, 5th, 6th round pick, something like that.
He's a late round pick. He's third on the depth chart.
He's gonna take that job. Watch, you're gonna see. He's a gamer. He's gonna take that job. Yeah, you see. Yeah. It would not shock me at all. Wouldn't shock me at all.
Yeah, I think Cousins was overrated anyway, man. Like, I mean, he was a good pocket passer. I mean, he make all the throws. He's a good game manager, but I don't think he's like a generational talent. Not saying that Michael Penix is either, but at the same time,
Penix is really, really good.
Yeah, he's good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Last name, you almost had it right. I got Bucks, Atlanta, New Orleans, then Carolina. I got Carolina last. I don't believe in not CJ Stroud. What's my man name? Tiny guy from Alabama. Bryce Young. I don't believe in him at all.
The tiny guy from Alabama, the kicker.
Yeah, no, the quarterback.
No, I'm messing with you.
Bryce Young. Okay, my life, your entertainment. Bucks by a landslide. Have you seen Rashad White and Bucky Irving duo? Yeah, that's tough. Outside Jalen McMillan in his slot, Evans and Godwin. Oh, I didn't realize Jalen McMillan. Oh yeah, that's tough. No, I'm not going Super Bowl. But that's going to be a really good team. And Baker Mayfield, he doesn't have to do a whole lot, but he can make plays if he needs to. The Bucks, that's a really good team. Ooh, Jalen McMillan, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Yeah, that's a tough receiving core Baker got there. That's some weapons, boy. Woo. Kyle Pitts will lead the Falcons in touchdowns with Cousins at QB. I'm trying to think. The question is, do we ever have a
total touchdowns? That's gonna be Bijan.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if Kirk Cousins has a history of really going to the tight end. That's what I'm trying. I don't think so.
He had that kid in Minnesota. What's that boy's name?
He had Hawkinson last year. They was getting busy, but then he tore his ACL.
Hey Kev, what's up, Kev? I see you, shorty. Ego West.
I don't think Cousins is gonna make it through, man. I'm not wishing it on him, but I don't.
I think it was just a torn Achilles, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen these jokers come back off some crazy injuries, man. I'm right now.
So Steve, was it Kyle Rudolph, Steve?
Kyle Rudolph, yeah.
Well, I was trying to think if Kyle Rudolph wasn't gone already when what's his name got there. Kyle Rudolph.
He was there for a couple of years, and then he left, and then because they just got Hawkinson like a year or two ago.
Like last year, yeah. Kyle Rudolph was a beast. Go Irish, tight end. You anyway.
Man, that is a Notre Dame boy.
Yeah, that's a Notre Dame. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, another
trash.
One. All right, we'll see you in November, brother. It's all good. We'll see you in November.
My mic's on.
I'll see you in November when them boys from Tallahassee got to go play in Indiana in the cold at night. I know it's gonna be a night game too. We're gonna freeze them out.
What's that, G?
I never asked y'all this. Y'all do fantasy football?
I do not.
Absolutely, about 3 or 4 leagues a year.
I do not. I'm too lazy.
That's just exhausting, man.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Three leagues is crazy, bro. Like,
I already got enough. I got to do.
You want to talk about stressed on Sunday? I'm rooting for the guy and against the guy. Like, do enough, but not too much. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny. Yeah.
Winning one league and losing the other. That's crazy.
I'm returning champ in one of my leagues this year.
Okay.
I pretty much win the Super Bowl pretty much every year, damn near. I'm pretty man.
Who you playing against? You lose. You win every year.
In a different league, like not the same league over and over and over.
Gotcha.
Like, but one of the leagues that I play in, I end up winning. Or that I make the finals out of one of them. Some long sleeves.
Yeah.
Long Johns, one of them beautiful.
You never notice every time they come up there, we make sure we in November at night. We do that on purpose.
28-13, bro. Relax. 28-13.
Okay. We'll see.
28-13.
All right, brother. All right.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is interesting. Check out last name right here. He thinks Bryce Young will take a big step this year. He needs a better supporting cast. Yeah, he could use a supporting cast.
He needs some meat on his bones, man.
That's what I was about to say. I think he's just too small.
He needs some meat on his bones. I mean, let's look at this roster real quick. Let me see. You get Deontay Johnson. I mean, Adam Thielen. Jonathan Mingo. I mean, Chuba Herbert. I mean, that's decent. You know what I mean? The line, I mean, they boosted up the line a little bit. I mean,
I forgot about Chuba Hubbard. Yeah, he's good.
They got a little better, but at the same time, like, I see Andy Dalton starting a couple of those games because Bryce Young still needs to try to figure it out. You know what I mean? That's the problem when you throw these SEC Alabama quarterbacks out there. You think they're hot shit because of that system that they ran in Alabama.
Yep.
This ain't the same in the NFL, bro.
Having all the damn talent around them.
Yeah, this ain't the same, bro. You're gonna have to get it out the mud in some place, especially as the number one pick. Especially as the number one pick. So
that's right.
You know.
All right, Transformer. I don't think we got yours. How you got this division shaping up?
I got the division shaping out with a healthy Kirk Cousins, right? We're predicating if everybody's healthy.
Predicate everything, and we're gonna assume everybody's healthy right now.
I got the Falcons. Bucks, Saints, Panthers. I got the Falcons and Bucks in a close fight. Both of their schedules are tough. You
got Falcons, Bucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Falcons, Bucks, Saints, Panthers.
Okay.
All right.
I'm writing this shit down, bro. I'm writing this down.
So let me tell you how it's really gonna go.
Yeah.
Bucks, Falcons, Saints, Panthers. That's how it's really gonna go.
So y'all got the same thing. I mean, we all agree that the Saints and Panthers are going to be the bottom two.
Yes.
The top two is the two that are interchangeable.
Yeah, that's real.
Because they play.
Yeah.
They got some. Both of them got some tough division. I mean, some tough schedules this year.
Yeah. But Bucks got a lot though, and Baker got paid. He's happy. He's got a Hall of Fame receiver on the outside, Mike Evans. He's got another really good one, multiple-time Pro Bowler, Chris Godwin, and then that Jalen McMillan. I didn't even realize that. That's a really good draft pick. That's good. Yeah.
Other than that, there ain't much to talk about that division.
Nah, that division pretty sorry. All right. So let's go ahead. We'll open up the phone lines now. If anybody wants to call in, give their thoughts on the NFC South. Not a whole lot to say about it, but if anyone wants to call and give their thoughts on that, 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. We'd love to hear from you.
I like how I'm going out on a limb against y'all, man. This is good. Y'all say Bucks, I say Falcons. Y'all say Texans, I say Titans.
Ain't gonna happen, Captain.
Hey, I'll call you at the end of the season.
Yeah, you do that.
I'll be like, where them Titans finish at? Folks caught a hold of CJ Stroud.
All right, well, I guess it's about time to get to that main event.
Hey man, rest in peace to LeBron James, who got dunked on during the Olympics. It was the France only win. I know this is kind of like it's just breaking news. I don't know if everybody on here had an opportunity to see that dunk, but instead of the old man trying to take a charge in a pickup game, and he got pissed on, and I'm sorry,
And this is one of the biggest pickup games I've ever seen play.
I got a call from Maryland. Let me take this. Format Podcast.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I'm calling chime in on the NFC South and the AFC South?
Yeah, no doubt. Who's this?
Bruce.
Oh, what up, Bruce? What's going on, man?
What's up? All right.
Bruce and Bruce. Okay. Too many
Yeah,
Bruces
no doubt.
in there.
That's Bruce from B-More. All right, what you got on that NFC South, man? Hello?
Nothing, exactly. He got nothing.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I lost you for a second. All right, what you got on the NFC South, man?
I'm telling you, the sleeper in the AFC South is the Indianapolis Colts. Y'all sleeping on the Colts.
Oh, no, we're talking about NFC South.
Oh.
I know. I missed the AFC South preview.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that real quick.
No doubt.
Y'all sleeping on the Colts?
I had them number 2 in the division, but
yeah. Bruce had them number 2.
Hold on. Bruce. Hold on. Do me a solid and mute your YouTube in the background. That's what's happening. Mute your YouTube in the background.
Oh, that's what it is. So what I gotta do?
Just on your
Just
YouTube,
mute it.
just turn the volume down. Mute it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm good now.
Yeah, you're good, brother. Let's go.
There we go.
Let me go back to the AFC South for 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Big dog, take your time, big dog.
All right, the AFC South y'all sleeping on the Colts. Everybody hyping up CJ Stroud. Everybody hyping up. He had a little good run. You know, he was a rookie. People got tape on him now.
That's a fact.
There's gonna be a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Understand what I'm saying?
I got you. I didn't have him number 1.
Taking Houston up like they the second coming of the 49ers in the 90s.
Well, they got an elite young quarterback, and they got him a number 1 receiver.
Okay. Let's see what he do his second year.
No doubt.
You got Keyshawn Johnson. You got Kimberly Martin, all of them over ESPN flip-flopping. Talking about CJ Stroud last year. It was all Lamar. Now they flip-flopping. CJ Stroud. Okay. I'm going to leave the AFC South alone.
All right.
The NFC South, y'all sleeping on the Falcons.
The Falcons, I like that.
The Falcons are being slept on.
I like that.
And the New Orleans Saints are being slept on. Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield, he's always been inconsistent. I'm
gonna keep sleeping on the Saints because they don't know who their quarterback is.
Facts. And the other problem is we're not sure about
Picky Woo Woo. You sure about Picky Woo Woo? Baker Mayfield in clutch situations?
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Baker just willed their team to a playoff victory.
Sure did. And had him.
Can't say the same about Derek Carr. Derek Carr shy away from playoff victories.
That's a fact too.
I'm gonna say this though. Y'all sleeping on my man, Kirk Cousins. Everybody speaking on Kirk Cousins, so they saw he had a little soft moment on a documentary on Netflix, and he was crying like a little baby when he got hit. Y'all see that on the quarterback show on Netflix?
Nah, I gotta watch that.
On Kirk Cousins because he's been consistent. He never came through in the clutch though. But Atlanta will be way better with Bijan Robinson at the running back and Kyle Pitts and Drake London. They're gonna be tough. This their year.
Like that.
This their year. So
I like that.
How you doing, boo?
Yo, man, you brought life to the NFC South. I tell you that.
Yeah. Y'all sleeping on Atlanta, and they sleeping on the Colts. That's all I gotta say. So I ain't gonna hold y'all boys up. When the next topic come on.
Oh, we about to do it after this.
Right when you get off.
All right, when you open the lines up for that, I'm gonna call back.
All right, please.
I told you, man. Them Falcons sneaky, man. I like the Falcons too, bro. I told you, them Falcons.
I have issues.
Kirky Cousin can throw some ice creams, but he can also throw some touchdowns, boy.
We don't know about his health. We don't know what it's going to be. And even if he's healthy, but for whatever reason he isn't playing well, you're gonna have a quarterback controversy because they're gonna be calling for Penix, man.
If Kirk Cousins come out sloppy,
man, listen, he get a hay fever. He get a hay fever out of there, bro. I'm trying to tell you, he get a hay fever out of there.
I'm not sure.
Don't miss games like that, G.
He can play, but I'm just not sure,
bro.
Oh, okay.
That's all it takes. Fever.
That's all he did.
COVID. That's it. He out of there.
Good point, Steve. Good point. That's a fact. I think he won one playoff game in all that time in Minnesota.
I mean, you going up against us, man. That's tough, G.
Tough, G.
Shorty stay talking this shit, yo. He stay talking this shit. You know what I'm saying? He stay talking this shit, yo.
What you mean? It was gonna be tough. I don't care what weapon you got over there. You was going against A-Rod, baby. And now it's Jordan Lovey, cousin. Cousin, it was gonna be tough over there.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and get to the big topic here. We're gonna talk about Steph Curry. So here's the deal, right? Obviously, we saw the incredible play that Steph Curry had in the last 2 Olympic Games. I think 36 points in the semifinal, 24 points in the final, 17 threes between the 2 games. Just incredible. If he doesn't play the way he played, they don't win the gold medal, right? His shooting was what kept him in range to come back against Serbia. His shooting was what enabled them to go ahead and close out France with a spirited effort in the gold medal game. So now, with that said, right, we know Steph Curry is a great player. He arguably has been the best player in his era. I know everyone wants to say LeBron, but when they met on the big stage, well, was LeBron?
Are you serious? No, let's not do that today, Bruce. No,
I'm just saying.
Nobody's saying that, bro. Nobody's making that argument.
All right, that's cool.
Let's talk about the topic today.
I'm saying
what I missed, bro. What I missed?
There's nobody saying that, G. There's nobody saying that.
What they say?
That man got 4 titles and got one MVP out of the 4 titles. He wasn't that guy.
I'm saying that arguably, Steph Curry is the best player of his generation. Just like they say it's LeBron, but when they met on the big stage, LeBron is 1-3 against
that boy. Curry went to go get his big brother to come back to the park to beat on LeBron. Let's stop, bro.
We're not even doing that transformer. That's a silly narrative. But anyway,
stop it, bro. But we gotta stop it, bro. 73-9, and you went and go get an MVP just to beat LeBron James. Let's be 100. Let's be 100.
Well, hold on.
Be 100.
No. Let's not.
And you didn't win no Finals MVP for the first 3 championships. You wasn't that guy on your team.
Okay, so first of all, he should have been the Finals MVP in the first one.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
All four of them. If you look at all 4 of them finals, right? Was he average 28 a game in the NBA Finals?
Sounds good. Okay, that's
one of the best Finals performers ever. So what? But check this out. LeBron averaged all those points. I'm gonna tell you, just like Shannon Sharp said, empty calories, Skip. Empty calories. You under 500 on them big stage. You putting up all them numbers, but you under 500, man. Don't come talking to me about all that. And if you want to talk, he went and got his big brother because he couldn't beat LeBron. Stop it. Because he beat LeBron the first time he took him out.
That was a fact. That man, Draymond Green, went to the car crying, we can't beat this guy.
Oh my God.
That man got us, bro. That man got us. He said
Check this out. Hold on. Check this out. Here it is. And then we'll move on to the main event.
They let a collegiate to go to KD's house, have a sit down, knocked on his door, come save us.
Check this out. You don't. So what you're doing is you quoting all that wonderful stuff that the media talks because they gotta push the LeBron button. But that's okay.
Oh my God, it's a LeBron. But it's fact.
You already know what it is, bro. You already know what it is.
We got confirmation from the freaking players and the organization on what they did to go get Kevin Durant. That was from the organization. What agenda they got to do to boost LeBron up? When that's their opponent.
All right, so check this out.
Here, G, y'all tripping, bro. Nobody's making this argument.
Hold on.
Nobody's making this argument. My bad, not you, G.
So
nobody's making this argument.
First of all, that whole he had to go get his big brother to beat LeBron. That's stupid. That makes no sense because he already beat him in the finals. Secondly,
without Kyrie and Kevin Love, he was by himself and took him 7 games.
You and I both know they beat him in 6 the first time. But anyway,
6. Okay, 6.
You and I both know that if the NBA didn't get a BS stimulus package to LeBron and the Cavs, you and I both know that does not happen and LeBron loses again. Come on, man. You know he got saved by the league. You know that. But that's
saved by the league. But the same guy that got suspended came back and they still lost.
Come on,
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to stop the excuses.
You're not trying to figure out how Big Mo works? You don't know how Big Mo works?
Stop the excuses.
Come on,
so
man.
what was the excuse with a stimulus package where LeBron didn't have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love to go against Golden State and they lost in 6 games? We don't give that man no slack. But all of a sudden, Draymond is a fucking hothead and he gets all these technicals and he got the last technical that got him put out of a game 5, I believe. Game 5 of the NBA Finals. He gets suspended. Now we pushing the LeBron. It's a stimulus package. What? Well, what was his stimulus package the year before when he had Kyrie and Kevin Love?
That wasn't a stimulus package because the league ain't help him. The league literally helped LeBron win that championship in 16.
So I'm gonna say this, right?
Because you still got to come back and play the game.
This is a Steph Curry day right here. This is Steph Curry.
But I'm not gonna let that slide. I'm not gonna let that slide. Ain't nobody making that argument.
And he had to,
no,
he can't make this LeBron. It's not a basketball, yo.
From a basketball perspective, nobody's making this argument. Nobody's making this argument. Nobody. Steph Curry's not even in folks' top 5 list. We're arguing about Bron being a GOAT. What are we talking about?
That's a stupid. You know good and damn well Bron ain't the GOAT, so we're not even going to do that.
That's the argument.
That's ridiculous.
That's the argument that goes down. Not even folks
real talk. How can and we're going to move past this, but how can LeBron be the best player of his era when consistently he's getting beat on the big stage? Everybody ate off this dude's plate. They said, "Run that."
So
are you serious?
Steph Curry's watch too.
Come on, man.
He got 4.
Oh my God.
Same amount Bron got. So what do you mean?
He ain't
they both ate. They both.
He ain't under 500 on the big stage.
They both eating good
directly at his expense. All right, but we gonna go ahead and go ahead.
Boy, y'all got me tight, boy. But y'all,
I don't know why y'all making this shit about LeBron, yo. This not about LeBron.
He did. That's Bruce. Bruce did that.
You jumped on it, bro. You jumped on
it. Nobody's making that argument.
D3 niggas
so Steve, shit. I'm not saying Curry is better than
LeBron. What I'm saying is, Olympics,
what I'm saying is based on what Curry has done throughout this era, throughout his time in the league, it could be argued. It could be argued, not that he's better than LeBron, but why it can't be argued that
you want to talk about he changed the game more than LeBron? Absolutely, I'll give you that.
He did that.
Yeah, did he change the game in a bigger way than LeBron? Absolutely. But to say the arguable who's the better player,
that's not what I said.
Let's not even
that's all right. That's not all right.
Well, what did you say, Bruce? We're recording. We're live.
Let's go ahead and move on. Let's do this. So the point of this topic, since you was wilding the other day, right?
I was not wild. I was speaking facts.
All right, we're gonna get there. So with what Steph Curry did with his incredible performances in the Olympics, you got
shout out Nick. Shout out Nick. Neither one of these bums touching Andrew Bogut. That's
right. That's Australia coming out. Good eye. But where were we? So with what Steph Curry did in the Olympics the other day, we're hearing stuff like Steph Curry is now the greatest point guard of all time. And we actually started hearing that foolishness, what I believe to be foolishness, right after he won his last championship, 2 years ago?
Yeah, 22.
Yeah, 2022. Yeah. So we started hearing
MVP.
Steph Curry's
definitely the MVP.
The best point guard of all time and all this. And I'm like, this needs to stop, man. This recency bias thing is crazy. And so for me,
it's high, bro. It's high.
Yeah, it really is. For me, I don't even see Steph Curry as a point guard, right? Me and Transformer were talking about this before you got on, G, but we see Steph Curry, both of us agree on this, that he's more in like that Allen Iverson role, right? Small shooting guard type. Ben Gordon, 6'3" shooting guard, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Steph Curry did play some point guard early in his career, but he really doesn't play like a point guard. He doesn't function like a point guard in his team's offense. It's just because he's small. But for the sake of this argument, let's say that Steph Curry is a point guard. Let's say that. Cool. So let's what we're going to do is we're going to talk about his point guard rank. And the reason we were bringing this up, you and me started getting into it last show, and I'm telling you that if Steph Curry's a point guard, he's not even top 5 all time in point guards. Now,
Steve, let me talk, bro. Steve, let me talk. You're taking my takes, bro. Let me talk, okay?
Right. What I will give him is that obviously Steph Curry is an incredible winner. He has had an incredible impact on the game all the way down to like the freaking grassroots level. You know, people talk about how when you go you go in the gym and you see the little kids, everybody want to be trying to be out here shooting threes before they even, learn how to dribble properly. But all that is cool. But so the point guard is this, not the point guard. The point is this, in my estimation, if we say Steph Curry's a point guard, I don't even think he's top 5 of all time. So I'm gonna let y'all start, and then we get back to me. I'm gonna give my top 5 point guards, and I'm gonna tell why each one is better than Steph Curry. So you know what? Since this was your idea, you go ahead, G.
Okay. Home field advantage. I get the ball first. You get the ball second half, and then you get to rebuke.
I got to get the rebound.
Rebuttal everything that I say, right? All right. So I look. I know a lot of people look at Steph. Oh yeah, you know it's gonna be some shit, bro. You know it's gonna be some shit, yo. Like real talk. So I look at Steph Curry as the type of point guard, and I call him a point guard because he's a ball dominant.
I think your mic moved, bro.
He's a ball dominant. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
we're good.
So the era that we playing in, there is no positions, right? You got 7-footers bringing the ball down the court. You know. At the end of the day, when I look at a point guard, I'm looking at somebody who's able to facilitate and control the game, right? Mm-hmm. That's Steph Curry, right? He stretches the field. He
facilitate or control the game.
Control, facilitate. He's a shooter. You got to pick him up at half court. That stretches
not
the
a facilitator.
Court. Listen. He listen. So if you look at like all the games that he played, he has like 1,500 points in the fourth quarter in the last 2 minutes throughout his career. That's 13 seasons, 1,500 points. He is that guy that you have to pick up at half court. Mm-hmm. Some people, when it comes to passing the ball, that's not really a skill that you can study for, you can practice, right? You're just running the offense, right? We seen that in the 90s. We seen Zeke running the offense, but at the same time, he averaged 20 points a game. Zeke averaged 20. Jason Kidd, 13 points a game. That's he was more of a pass dominant player. Everybody know that. He didn't have that killer instinct that you see
Jason Kidd?
Jason Kidd.
Well, not from a shooting standpoint.
Yeah, not from a shooting standpoint, not from a finisher's standpoint. I'm gonna say that, not from a finisher standpoint. And so what we're seeing is another level of a point guard that's coming in here. We seen another notch. Before it was like, all right, you pass the ball. That's all you doing. You just passing the ball. Now you got that triple threat. Now you got the triple threat. You have to account for everybody on the court now. You can't just
even operating out of a triple threat though.
He is. What do you mean?
Steph Curry ain't going in a triple threat often.
What you talking about, bro? Like what you
got?
You know what the triple threat
Green is the main initiator of offense.
What is the triple threat?
You want to believe that Draymond, that all the offense run through Draymond Green. He's a decoy.
It's primarily ran
through
Draymond.
Wings, yo. He's a shooter. It's wings. They're gonna pass him the ball on the wing. But if you look at his stats, yo, like if you look at the MVPs, all MVP, he got two-time MVP in the league, right? Mm-hmm. This is his first Olympic. That was the only thing he needed. All-time leader in 3 points. Steph is a turnover, right? But when we take the scale back and we used to a more traditional point guard that'll allow you throw the ball in the hole for the big man to turn around and dunk the ball and stuff like that. That's not the league nowadays. And so Steph was able to come in and he changed the league. He changed the game, bro. Like it's no longer 24 seconds on the clock. The ball is out in 5.
That doesn't necessarily mean that
you're not answering the question.
Yeah.
What's the question? I'm sorry. You gotta speak up when you talk to me. You field artillery. Once I'm field artillery infantry, you gotta speak up, bro. But what was the question? I'm gonna tell you. This is my top 5. I got Magic first because Magic play all 5 positions, and then I have decoy, and then I have Steph 2. I got Zeke, and I want to put Stockton, but he hasn't won enough. I don't know, man. I never liked the point.
I will take that. Take that.
He hasn't won enough. Stockton hasn't won enough. Jason Kidd hasn't won enough. This kid got 4 rings, bro. And he never had to change teams to get it. He got it all in one place. He never had to change teams to get his rings, bro.
Nobody is trying to say that Steph is now an all-time great player.
He's the alpha.
We're talking about where he ranks on the point guard list.
He already answered it. Magic number one. So he
did. Magic number one, bro.
He said all that just to say Magic number one, man.
Bro, I never said that Steph was number one, yo. I never said that. I don't know where y'all got that shit.
Okay, man. You
rolling. You play with HIV, bro.
Like
you play with HIV, nigga. You play with HIV, you the man, bro. Like real talk. I can't take that away from nobody.
Ooh, I don't know how to take that one, bro.
On an international field, man, no. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Transformer, go ahead, man. What you got on Steph's point guard rank?
I hear everything that G's saying, right? But to me, like what I told you earlier, Bruce, I think we're in a modern day to where the point guard is no longer the point guard that we know of, right? From you, when you're thinking point guard, you're thinking that guy who plays run through. He's calling a play from half court. He's making sure everybody gets to their reads, gets to their spots. He's facilitating, right? That's not Steph. Steph is more. You see Steph running soccer miles on a basketball court and taking and putting up shots. That's what you see more of Steph Curry do. To me, that's not a point guard. You see Draymond Green. If you look, Draymond Green gets the ball at the top of the key, and you just see folks running backdoor screens, backdoor cuts, and Dre is kicking into the open shooter. That's more of the facilitator role, more of a definition of a point guard. All the points of attack are coming through me. All right. I'm setting this guy up in this corner. Meanwhile, okay, Steph, you run the backdoor screen. We're going to make sure the screen, you come off to the baseline, you cut baseline. Clay, come over here, run around and take this backdoor cut, and you're coming over here. Draymond Green is moving that ball. You see more of that. Steph's assists, you see it more off a dime where I'm running up court, full pass, and he's going to dish it off, and he's making the assist. That's different, bro. I don't see how the term point guard is getting more construed. When you want to talk point guard, Magic is the pinnacle of that. I'm the guy. I'm running all the plays. The plays come through me. Like you said the other day, I believe Vlade Divac came onto the Olympic team, got the rebound and ran up the court.
Got the Lakers,
and dished the ball. And Magic was like, "Bro, no, that's my job.
My job.
I'm the point guard. I'm bringing the ball up the court. I'll call the play. You get in your spots when you need to get in your spots." That's me. That's the definition of a point guard. Today, what Steph is doing today, I call that the modern day point guard. Yes, you're at the one spot, but you're not a point guard. You're just a guard. You know what I mean? I think we're at the point we got to take point out of it. I think Chris Paul probably the last one we're gonna see.
I think you're right.
Be a real point guard. Now we're just you're just like your De'Aaron Foxes.
Davidson. He played point his whole career. I think what you're saying is he's one of the best shooters on the floor, and naturally you want that person to have the ball when it's time to put the ball in the hoop. You want him to have the ball in your hand because he's the most lethalest player on the court.
But I say that he's converted to more of a shooting guard versus a point guard.
But there's
he's playing the one, but he's not
those positions, bro. Like those positions.
But that's why I said it's modern day. He's just a guard.
We got 7 footers shooting threes right now. And so the game has changed, but a lot of people hasn't. They haven't changed with the game. They believe that a big man is supposed to box out, grab rebounds. Where these 7 footers shooting threes, you've seen them. They will float to the corner to shoot a three quicker than they will grab a rebound.
Embiid will stay at the 3-point line all day if you ask
him. Yeah. And just so happens we got a 6'2" guard, that can shoot better than all of them. And so that you got to respect that, man. Like it's the days of the traditional point guard is almost over, bro. Like it's almost.
I think it is. It's gonna die with Chris Paul.
It's almost over, bro.
So all that is fine, but that still doesn't put Steph ahead of a lot of these guys, right? So I hear what Transformer's saying, I hear what G's saying, but the fact is, when we talking about point guards and where Steph Curry ranks as a point guard. So the fact is this: first of all, I think the only thing that can really push Steph ahead of a lot of the guys I'm about to name is the winning. The 4-time champion, that's a real thing. Like, that's tough. But in terms of MVP, and 2-time MVP, in terms of actual point guard play, that right there, as a player at the point guard position, that right there is where I put a lot of dudes ahead of him, right? So obviously we know. I think we're all in agreement. Magic Johnson's the greatest point guard of all time, hands down. I don't think there's any question there.
That's because he had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at the same time, bro.
Stop.
He had the all-time score, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's be real, yo.
Who did Steph Curry have?
Let's be real. Who did he have?
He had the second greatest shooter of all time.
He
had one of the greatest scorers ever.
Hold on.
Magic couldn't shoot the ball on the side of the bun, man. Like,
hold on. Let me back you up right now, right?
Yeah. Let's do this.
So Magic Johnson went to LA from Milwaukee in 1974, correct? So 74. And Magic Johnson arrives in November of 1979, correct?
Yeah.
So Kareem had 5 years in Los Angeles without Magic, correct?
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and tell me what Kareem did prior to Magic's arrival. Because what you're saying is
the only thing that I'm saying is that doesn't matter.
You just finished,
Bruce, it doesn't matter.
It ain't who
At
cares.
the end of the day,
Magic had Kareem. No, the opposite is Kareem had Magic. Kareem did not even get out of the West. Kareem didn't even get out of the West until Magic got there.
I'm not debating that. Sure, like I'm not debating that didn't happen.
So then how you Magic had Kareem? No.
Kareem Steph Curry had Durant.
Hold on,
Curry had Clay.
No, not that long. So you telling me that because Magic Johnson magically passed him the ball, he scored all these points?
Magically.
No. What you saying, bro? Is that what you saying?
No, what I'm saying. You just sat here and said. You just said
because it's 2 out of 4.
That Magic had Kareem. You just said that.
Yes, they had a hell of a team, bro. Let's
yes, of course they had a hell of a team. But what I'm trying to say is that team wasn't moving like that till Magic got there. Kareem couldn't even get out of the West until Magic arrived. That means Magic is the linchpin, not the converse, right?
I never said he wasn't the number one. But what I'm saying is, without Kareem, there's no Magic. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
But that's not the case.
Why can you say that? How can you not say that?
What do you mean? Magic was number 2 in MVP voting behind Michael Jordan in 1991. Kareem was long gone.
Okay, all right. Kareem
Magic went to the finals in 1989 without Kareem, right?
He was already established. Magic was already established.
I think it's fair to say any great could be great because of who they got. Maybe we can't just blame that because he got Kareem.
So let me understand this. I really don't get what you're arguing about because you already said earlier that you have Magic as the greatest point guard of all time.
No. The only thing that I'm saying is that as a point guard, right? We talking about the point guard position.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Because you guys brought in KD. You guys brought in, and remember, Steph passed the ball to KD when he nailed that motherfucking 3 to put them down, put them away, the Cavs away. He nailed it. Was it the Cavs? I think it was the Cavs. But anyway, I say all this to say, bro, like when it came to Magic doing the things that he did, he had a supporting cast. He wasn't passing the ball to crumbs, bro. He wasn't passing the ball to crumbs. And it just so happened on a team, on Golden State team, when it came down to it, the alpha, right? You say Magic was the alpha. I believe that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the alpha, and that he went up against the bigs. He went up against bigs. This guy was a generational talent in Magic.
Yes.
He was 6'9", bro, playing against little ass guards. He can play 1 through 5, bro. Generational talent. I say Steph. I still give Steph. I put Steph in second place only because he was only 6'2", bro, and he did.
All right, so that's
like the David to the Goliath, yo.
We got Magic at number 1, but I'm gonna tell you who number 2 is because you got it wrong. Ooh. Number 2 is Isaiah Thomas. Number 2 is Zeke. I'm gonna tell you how. When he retired, what was he, number 3 all time in assists when he retired?
How many years did he play in the league?
He could score the basketball. He came in, I want to say 1981 and retired in 1992. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to pull this.
I thought he was in 13 years.
It's either 12 or 13.
12 or
I think
13.
that's fine. I think that final year he had.
How many rings he got? 2 rings.
Yeah, he got 2 rings.
He was a true point guard, but he averaged 20 points a game.
Right.
He averaged a little over 20, and
9.5 assists. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's crazy.
Yeah, but if you break it down to like the last 2 minutes of the game, yo, he really, he did his thing. He had like something like 50
you one of those guys.
Yeah, bro. Like the last 2 minutes, it means a lot, bro. Like the last 2 minutes is everything. You know what I mean? If you're a leader, the last 2 minutes, everything. We can pass that. What you call it?
That's calories. That's cool, but you could. That's cool, but that doesn't mean you get to do nothing like until the end of the game. Like what you say, you get to do nothing. You show up at the end of the game, it's all gravy. You know what I'm saying? So
No. The only thing that I said, man, like if you look at Isaiah 13 years and you look at Steph Curry 13 years, and he still got like a long time ahead of him to write his legacy, yo. He gonna supersede all of them.
Well, but you can't look at that though, man. You can't look at it that way because the game is so less physical now. All these dudes are lasting way longer, so we can't, like, longevity to me in the modern game doesn't mean nearly as much as it would have. But here's what you're forgetting, right? And this is where Isaiah Thomas bypasses Steph. Way better defender, better passer, and way better defender. You got Steph this high, but he only plays one side of the ball. He does not defend, bro. And that's the big problem. That's where you lose, okay? Because
it's a different game, bro. Like you can't be mad at Steph because the rules change, bro. Like you can't hold him accountable.
Play defense.
You can't hold him accountable. He check these guards, man. But at the same time, bro, you still got to check them. This is an offensive game. We talked about this on the show multiple times, bro.
Yeah, but then you can't put him.
Went to an offensive.
But then you
game,
so
bro.
That's fine. But then you can't put him ahead of other dudes, and that brings me to number 3.
I'm not gonna give them no bone because you said they played defense. When Joe Dumars was the best defender on their team. Come on,
I'm not just saying it. Them dudes was. Come on,
Dumars was the best defender on their team, and he got that work. Come on, bro. You know that.
No. Dumars was the best defender on the team, but Isaiah Thomas was also a very good defender at the one spot.
Can't get no
you know that, and I know that.
He can't. What? Draymond was the best defender on their team, bro. We can argue. I'm just talking about accolades here, yo. I'm just talking about accolades. The difference between Isaiah.
But this is not just accolades, though. This is not just somebody voted him something. Like we actually watched Zeke get in the crouch and really play D, though. We know that.
He didn't do enough to change the game in my eyes, bro. He didn't do.
What were you watching?
I watched the game. He didn't do enough to change the game, bro.
Right now,
he didn't do enough to change the game, bro. Like, think about it. When we talk about Steph, we talk about somebody that changed the game, bro. At his position, he changed the game, yo.
But that doesn't because.
But you can pick them out of the lineup anywhere in the 90s. It was a
listen. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he wasn't.
He wasn't different from most of the point guards in the 90s, bro.
Shooter. But look, if you magically transported Mark Price to the game today, Mark Price would be an animal out here killing, because he was 50, 40, 90, and he defended. He would kill today. You can't touch him and all. What? So you can't really. Oh, that's every point. Nah. I don't know what you're looking at, but that's cool. Let me give you my number 3. And Steph Curry is still not up yet. Number 3 is John Stockton. We know the assist numbers, the steal numbers. He damn near never missed a game. The dude
never fucking won.
Now.
He never won.
Okay, true indeed.
Sadly a fact. Sadly, if I agree with you on that,
he's at number 3.
Here goes the problem. Here goes the problem. How many dudes never won because they ran into Michael Jordan, though? How many dudes?
Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Clyde Drexler.
You could probably make an argument for Karl Malone as maybe number 2 power forward ever, but he never won. Right? So you can go ahead and get out of here with that.
Charles number 3.
Right. And he never won. Why? Because dudes was running into Michael Jordan.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, bro. There's a lot of people top 5s. There's LeBron James, right? And this kid won against LeBron James at 6'2", bro. He beat him. How is he not in your top 5 point guards, bro?
Hold on, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it.
Bothers me, bro. Like that bothers me.
I can't imagine that.
You put somebody who never won a chip.
He's a better point
never
guard
beat
than
Mike,
John
bro.
Stockton.
He never beat Mike.
Yeah,
but he's on.
A lot of dudes never beat Mike, but that's cool. Number 4, Jason Kidd.
No
better point guard.
No J Kidd. Not the dude with no jumper, bro. Come on. Oh,
no, he developed it at the end of his career.
Yeah,
he developed it at the end of his career. So Jason
Kidd, mid-range. He just got a mid-range at the end of his career, bro. We watched the same damn TV, bro. No J Kidd, yo, that's his name. No J.
Thank you, Steve. Who beat Bron?
You said
who beat him? Let's see. The last was so Jason Kidd from 2007 to 2013 when he retired shot 38% from 3.
That's
so you can stop the fake narrative. Moving along.
He had 40. How many shots did he take though? He's not a true shooter. So he didn't take.
I'm not saying he's a true shooter, but don't start moving the goalpost now. You just finished telling me he's no Jason.
Everybody ain't jacking up 10 threes a game, bro.
Don't even try that.
Don't 35%. What? How many shots he took? 10 a season. He took 10 a season. He made 3. Is that what you said?
Here you go. No,
you can't do that, G.
Exactly. You just
can't do that.
He didn't take enough shots.
There's a difference between not being a shooter and not knowing how to shoot. And what I said was
he played in the era where they wasn't shooting like that.
Facts. All right, but anyway, Jason Kidd, better defender, better rebounder, better passer. He wasn't a better shooter or scorer. I got you. But he was definitely a better passer, better rebounder, better defender. So again, this gets back to Steph is missing one side of the ball. And at the point guard position, running the floor, running an offense, he's not better than Jason Kidd. His quarter
performance was way better than Jason Kidd.
Yo, son, there's 3 other quarters. I'm not mad at the fourth quarter, but there's 3 other quarters.
His win percentage is higher than Jason Kidd.
Oh my goodness!
Look it up, bro. Like he not winning enough.
Okay, hold on. Okay, check this.
He got one chip, and he only got it with the dude named Dirk.
Dirk
was his only chip.
Okay, that's cool. But check
that's it. And that was a Dirk. Dirk did everything, bro. He did everything with a bad thumb. He beat LeBron with a bad thumb.
Listen, I love Steph, right? I think Steph is amazing, right? But when Steph didn't have his teams loaded up, right? He wasn't even making the playoffs. When he didn't have his teams loaded up, he wasn't even making the playoffs. Now, am I right, Transformer?
He is not wrong.
There you go. So now, hold on.
The only person who's loading his teams.
So go ahead and tell me. When Jason Kidd took those Nets teams to back-to-back finals, Steph Curry couldn't have done that, bro. He couldn't have done that. And that's no disrespect to Steph Curry, but he couldn't have. So let's
also
be real.
Goes back to my argument that he's not a better player than LeBron. But go ahead. Because LeBron could have.
Okay. All right. So and finally, my number 5, and then we can start talking Steph Curry.
Number 5?
My number 5 point guard.
Okay, yeah, you're at 4. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
My number 5 point guard is Gary Payton, the glove. He could score, he could assist, and he was a dominant defender. He's the best two-way point guard of all time. There's no question about that. He's the best two-way point guard ever. So how can you put Steph Curry, who only plays one side of the ball, ahead of him? I don't understand that. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He was a hat, really. He was a hat.
Oh my God, yo, son, you sound like these young cats, man. You gotta chill, bro.
Telling me I sound
you too old to be. You too old to be talking.
You past the 90s, bro. It's a different.
It's not about the 90s, bro.
It's different now, yo. The ball bounce differently, yo.
I do agree with G on that, man. Honestly, you can't. I don't like this argument. I told you from the beginning, Bruce. I don't like this argument. That is not what we think of a point guard. You know what I mean? He's playing the point guard position. So I think, honestly, you can only compare him from 2000 on. You can only compare him to playing from 2000 on.
First guard.
You know what I mean?
Davis was a shoot first guard.
But right? You know what, though? At Tim Hardaway's prime, he was averaging 20 and 10, though, when he was with Golden State. And he's another one who didn't defend. So it's like, you know. But Tim Hardaway could pass. He was passing the rock, though. He was playing the point guard position, even though he was scoring.
I don't even think Steph could spell defense. I don't think.
I don't think so.
I get that. I understand everything y'all saying about the defensive part. But the era that he's dominating in right now, right? He's dominating in the era where they don't play defense.
He is dominating.
He's dominating in the era that they don't play defense. And you can't get mad at him for doing that, bro. Like he's seen people.
No, but what I'm saying is,
I'm not mad at him at all.
He didn't
I'm not mad at I'm not mad at it. The problem is that when you start comparing, talking about him and the all-time rankings, now you have to start looking at everything. And so if he's missing one whole side of the ball, that's a problem for me. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I think he played defense just as well as anybody else in the NBA today. I'm not saying he
that's not. I don't think that's
I ain't saying he ain't using his 4 fouls every game. I mean, he is concentrating on five of his 6 fouls every game.
You know, point guards do get first team, second team, and third team defensive teams, right? Steph ain't nowhere near them joints.
Nowhere near.
No. He's an offensive specialist. He's an offensive specialist. He the guy you pick when you want to win. He not the guy
when you want to win.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday.
I want Drew Holiday.
He gonna fry the shit out of Drew Holiday.
So,
You know it, bro. Come on,
doubt,
dog.
but Drew,
He
but
gonna
G,
cook the shit out of Drew, yo. He
this
gonna
is
cook
what
the
you
shit out of
Drew
this is what you're talking like a
He
street
gonna
baller.
cook the shit out of, but he'll also lock you up though.
He gonna cook the shit out. I'm talking about. We talking about Steph, and everybody know ain't nothing you can fucking do with Steph right now.
But the thing is, man, we
know
seen
that,
Steph.
dog.
We seen Steph in vulnerable spots when it came to the playoffs.
It
When it came to a tough defender,
it was probably double teams. I promise you, it was double team. I promise you, it was a whole scheme dedicated to stop Steph.
So here's my question though, and this is specifically looking towards the Jason Kidd piece. Jason Kidd did not have great teams, but because he was such a great all-around player, he took them back-to-back years to the finals, right? And again, how do you explain that versus what do you
How many chips he got?
He don't have any chip. No, he got one chip.
He got one. He got one.
He's not in the conversation, bro.
He got swept too.
So you that guy.
Hey, I'm that guy, yo. He can't be because he a point guard. He a ball dominant point guard. He didn't get it done.
But what I'm saying is this, G. What I'm saying
is
if you're saying Steph is better, and that's fine that you think that, how is it that when Steph didn't have his teams the way he wanted them, right? He couldn't even get his teams to the playoffs when guys were hurt and all that. That's what I'm talking about.
Never really changed, bro. Like, you know it. The core of the team has always been the Splash Brothers, and then they add on bigs, bro. Like, they add on 1 and 2. And the only reason why they allowed KD to play was because LeBron was stacking his fucking team. That was it.
But what I'm talking about,
jump teams to beat LeBron, bro. He always stayed home. Well, we seen this man go from one team to the next, over and over and over, just jumping the teams and, you know what I mean, building super teams. Just so now he ain't with the Lakers. When he started, he was with the Cavs. Now he with the Lakers.
G, you not
what are you saying?
You're not hearing me, bro. You're not hearing me. What I'm saying is, what I'm asking you is, when Steph wasn't in ideal position, how come he couldn't even get his team to the playoffs? That's what I'm asking you. And again, I love Steph. I'm a Steph fan.
We seen this time and time again. Yo, he's a 6'1" guard. He's not a generational talent, bro. He's not 6'9", 280. He's not 6'9", 2.
Jason Kidd was a 6'3" guard. What you saying?
He's 6'2" point guard, bro. To shoot the 3. Who gonna rebound? You still need these key pieces to do the things that they need to do. He is an exceptional player, bro.
Steve, come on.
Did I say he wasn't? Did I say he wasn't?
I'm not saying you didn't say that, but you acting like we get so used to these players coming in and you see a 6'9" player who is a generational talent. He's bigger than that, bigger and stronger than everybody on the goddamn basketball court. Be able to bully his way into positions. Like if he was in the East, we wouldn't even be having this conversation if Steph was in the East because it's so light over there. He would trash every guard in the East right now.
Right now?
He in the West, bro. He started in the West. The West is way thicker when it comes to point guard play. When it comes to guard play, it's way thicker. That's
wait.
Take the light way out, bro.
I agree with you.
It's getting a little less now, but
let me push back real quick on he would trash every guard in the East. Jalen Brunson would bring that work to him.
Man, you tripping, bro.
Okay,
Drew Holiday will make that boy work.
Jalen Brunson just came alive, yo. He just came alive like 2 years.
You just finished agreeing that Steph don't play D. We're not talking about lifetime achievement. You just said he'd trash every guard in the East, and we know he doesn't defend. So how are you going to deal with Jalen Brunson?
You talking about the mid-range turnaround?
Oh my God! How's he going to deal with him?
Defend.
He still got to check him. Shorty, they go point to point. It ain't no big deal. I guarantee you, Jalen Brunson is not going to be able to check Steph. Yo. Yeah, Jalen. I'm not saying that the guards in this league don't get off, yo. Like I'm not saying they don't do their thing. I'm not saying that. Everybody. The only thing that I'm saying is when it comes down to these clutch moments, yo. Like you want Steph to have the ball before you want Jalen Brunson to have the ball. And you can't tell me you wouldn't.
Hold on. Sam Kitola.
Where my yellow flag?
Sam Kitola. I hope I'm saying your name properly. Forgive me if I'm not. You joking, right? This is you being funny. I want to make sure.
About to be Sam K. Troller because it sounds like a troll.
Next slide. Like I was saying, bro. Anyway, like I was saying, bro. Like no, real talk, bro. Like Jalen Brunson, you're telling me Jalen Brunson is going to be able to defend Steph. That's what you're telling me. The little fat boy going to be able to defend Steph. That's what you saying.
So first of all, you're not fat, but no, that's not what I'm saying. But so you're telling me that Steph could defend him? Because you said Steph would trash every guard in the East. So you telling me he could?
Steph will trash every guard in the East, but he can also get trashed on.
Everybody.
I think that's what we're trying to say. Can we agree on that?
Okay.
He might have 30, but Steph gonna have 50, bro. Like that's all I'm saying. If he had 30, Steph gonna have 50, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, apparently
he's only ever done it once.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I'm gonna just leave it here before we open up these.
He ain't win enough to be in the conversation.
True, giving that work though.
I got Steph at highest as the 6th best point guard of all time, providing he's actually a point guard. At highest, 6th best point guard of all time.
Subjective.
Now, the only thing, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. The only thing I will say is that the winning is gonna, if that's the case, the winning is gonna boost him up over a lot of dudes. So I'll give you that. The winning is real.
They got the most wins in a season of all time, right?
Yeah, regular season. Yep.
And he the alpha on that team.
73
ain't no other alphas on this team.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is this.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct
me, that's his team, bro.
Man, I think the alpha's the dude that's knocking folks out in practice, bro.
Facts.
You talking about Draymond?
Facts.
That's the alpha.
He's a custodial worker, bro.
Folks out here just punching folks in practice.
He's a custodial worker, bro. Everybody know
bro.
That.
But you said alpha.
All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and after this spirited discussion, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the phone lines 904-219-8264, 904-219-8264. Go ahead, call in, give us your thoughts on Steph Curry, and first, if he's a point guard, and second, where he should rank all time on the point guard list. Best point guard.
I'll answer your first question. No, he's not. But today he is. Okay.
All right. For the sake of this argument, I guess.
For the sake of this argument, he is.
Yeah.
What we saying? I'm sorry. I'm confused. What we saying?
No, we were saying.
He grabbed the mic. Yo, G, grab the mic.
I don't, man. Yeah. You need to
pay
put that in front
$30
of you.
for this goddamn mic, bro. This
put it in front of you, man. Damn.
Keep sliding. I keep throwing that motherfucker. But
okay. I'm about to say, we got real.
I want to make sure y'all can hear me, bro. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. That's all.
I don't know, man. We might not need to hear you today, man. You talking some wild stuff, man.
Nah, you talking wild shit. Talking about Jason Kidd over stuff. That's crazy.
As a point guard, not as a player.
Not as a player. Okay, not as a player.
Yeah,
players, bro.
She got no respect for the other side of the ball, but that's all good. But anyway,
when you talking about somebody who changed the game, bro, like you just
I respect that. I respect the game changing, bro. But all right, but
Jason Kidd never changed the game, bro. He did.
All right, but let's go ahead and 904-219-8264. Go ahead, give us a call. We want to hear your thoughts on Steph Curry and where he ranks on the all-time point guard list.
Hey, yo, guys, let me interject.
That joint up there. There we go.
Oh, definitely. I see him. It's all good.
Let me interject real quick, guys. We got 19 people live in the chat right now, man. If y'all can go hit that like button, man. If you're on Facebook or any other platform watching us right now, go to YouTube. Please go to YouTube. All right. Hit the like button there. That's what's definitely going to push our content even further, guys. We appreciate it. It definitely goes a long way. It helps us get our content out to other viewers and stuff that are watching. So, guys, you love us. You like what you're seeing. Even if you don't like it, if you spent this time watching this video up to this point, you like it enough to hit a like and share that thing.
Right.
So, guys, man, we greatly appreciate it. So definitely do that for us, please. Ooh, earthquake. Man, y'all saw that earthquake live on Malika Andrews?
Nah.
Bro, she was live, bro. She took that joint like a G. She over here making sure everybody else, all right, you good? You good? I'm making sure everybody good in the studio. Yeah, we're good. And we're going to keep, bro, when I tell you see it, bro, she had an earthquake like a G. Damn, the whole thing was shaking, dog.
She's from the Bay, that's why. Yo, I think this dude is for real.
The most difficult basketball skills is dribbling and shooting. Plus, Steph is the only player who scores 15 points in 2 minutes. Have you ever seen Tracy McGrady?
Thank you.
We're not talking about Tracy McGrady today.
Have you ever seen Reggie Miller?
That's right now,
Reggie Miller?
Melo scored 37 points in 14 minutes. What's good, brother? What you got, man?
What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. How you?
Rich, yeah.
I was debating close today. They almost got. Hey, G almost got me. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm gonna stick with Steph at number 3.
Okay.
No,
I got him 3.
3 or 4 behind me. Magic number 2 point guard all time.
Whoa, so who's number one?
We ain't got to talk
He said
about
behind Magic.
We ain't got to talk about number one.
Wait. No. Who's your number 1 point guard all time?
LeBron James. That's
Hey, log him off. Log him off.
Is he?
Something wrong with his
Nino,
phone.
go.
The Chinese
Nino.
got him, bro.
Is he?
Nino, stop it,
You said
bro.
Nino got hacked.
See, this is my problem, man. Nino, this is what makes my job harder. This is what makes my job harder. We can't be making unnecessary comments about LeBron James. LeBron James is not a point guard, dude. He's a point forward.
Hold on.
He's not the designated point guard.
He played point guard 1 year.
Forward. LeBron brings the ball down the court every time, set the players up in the position and get players the right shot when he throw the ball in the post. LeBron throw it in the post. LeBron been
basketball, bro. It's a new basketball.
Nah, he I get what you're saying, Nino, but he's a point forward, not a point guard.
Forward,
he's
not a point guard.
Yeah,
LeBron is the guard. He's not the one.
I put Magic back in one. Then I put Magic back.
Okay.
If we going by position,
yeah.
Put Magic in one, Steph at 2. I'll give it to Steph just based on you have to sticking as soon as he cross half court. You gotta stick. You gotta know where he at. But
sticking is crazy. But go ahead.
I don't know if Steph really. I don't know if Steph really organized the offense.
He doesn't. That's Draymond.
Draymond kind of orchestrates the offense.
Correct.
Steph Curry like a 2-guard because he run around screens and run around the court all day.
Yo, you got one of the most pure shooters in Steph Curry, man. Like the offense.
Number 2.
That doesn't. Thank you. That doesn't make him a point guard. G. That's what we're trying to say, bro.
You're telling me what a point guard is.
So wait. Let me ask you,
bro.
Is Allen Iverson a point guard?
You telling me what a point guard is?
G, is Allen Iverson a point guard?
When the last time you seen a point guard?
Is Allen Iverson a point guard?
When the last time you seen a real point guard?
Is Allen Iverson a point guard?
Chris Paul.
He's a shooting guard.
He's still in the league.
Oh, say that again, G. Say that again.
No. So y'all both talking at the same time.
My bad. Go ahead, Bruce.
The question was, is Allen Iverson a point guard? And I said, no, he's labeled as a 2 guard.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah. But that's because he wanted to be labeled as a 2 guard. You don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to do that anymore. He didn't bring the ball down. Snow brought the ball down.
Snow,
yeah.
Right, just like Draymond
Steph brings the ball down the court, man. Look, man, you got to watch these things, man. Like, there is some plays where you'll see Draymond bring the ball down, but the ball dominant, the ball.
But you see Dre calling the play too.
Thank you.
That's the part that I'm getting to.
Yes.
Dre is calling the play before he gets to half court.
Correct.
Steph doesn't call the plays.
Y'all tripping, man. Y'all need to go back and watch the tape. Steph called the plays. He called the plays.
I watched it as much as I can, bro.
Yo, look at it again, bro. I'm telling you, Steph called. We do see Draymond with handoffs. We do see him with handoffs all the time. My bad, Nino. I know this your time, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Nino.
My bad, Nino, bro. My bad. But yo, these guys trying to tell me, yo, that Steph not a point guard, yo. Like that's crazy work. That's crazy.
If Allen Iverson not a point guard, Steph not a point
in the last 2 minutes of each game, bro. Like,
so is the consistency number one for Magic? Is everybody going number one Magic or G taking Steph over Magic?
No, we all going Magic is number one. Yo, Nick is a fool.
HIV, man.
Yeah, we got to get Nick live on here, man.
Full-blown age around the point, man. That's crazy.
It's tough, man.
It's definitely tough, man.
I feel like Steph can't. I ain't gonna say he can't. I feel like he don't. Like we say, come down and get another good shot for somebody else. And all
he doesn't create.
You go here, you go there.
Correct.
I don't feel like he do that.
I'm not gonna say he doesn't create because he does get people open because of who he is. But it's not like that's the game plan.
You got
It's his gravity as a shooter.
Yeah, that's not the game plan. He's not the one being like, hey, come here, swing. He's not calling the plays. That's Dre. Dre's doing the orchestrating.
Hey, y'all, we got a comedian in the chat.
Guards are far better than Magic Johnson. Hey, Sam K. Troller. You got to put an R in front of that O. You're a troller. Troller.
Yeah, because that right. Yeah, we got a comedian in the chat, y'all. All right.
They got a super chat to get on. They got a super chat to get up there, bro. You can't just be spewing bullshit. You got a super chat. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's a good question, B. Kyrie is
Shooting
more
guard.
of a 2.
Yeah,
He's more of
shooting
a
guard.
2. But that's a good question, though.
He's not facilitating Luka is when he was in Cleveland.
Correct.
LeBron was.
Y'all talking about foundation basketball. Nowadays, is whoever can put the ball in the goddamn hoop, bro.
But that's why I gave you some kudos, G. Listen to what I said. I gave you something.
That's foundation basketball. That's before
it was the day of modern day
industry, man. Now everybody want to see. They want to see people scoring. Like, they want to see scores.
Listen, all that is fine, but you don't get to say Allen Iverson's a shooting guard, but Steph is not.
He identified as a shooting guard, bro. He had 6'3" arc score as his point guard.
He was labeled.
Yeah, and that was only because he was
labeled because he had to guard Kobe.
Like he was a better scorer than Eric Snow.
Steph is a better scorer than Draymond Green. What are we saying? It's the same thing, but you want to say Steph is a point guard, though.
3 or the 4, yo. Draymond played the 4, the 5, and the 3.
Yeah, he's a point forward.
But he was the point forward.
All right, so was Scottie Pippen, yo. Like, but are we saying that? Huh?
Yes, Scottie was a point forward. Yes, that's correct.
That's a hybrid position in itself.
So what are you saying?
What I'm trying to say is that Steph Curry, that Steve Kerr is using him the way he is. He's a pure shooter. He had 2 pure shooters on. Why are you holding him down with trying to facilitate the offense? When it's time, he will bring the ball down and he will score. When it's time to run a play, Draymond will bring the ball down and he will score.
The point guard in you.
No.
You're talking shooting guard because Kobe did that. Is Kobe a point guard?
Thank you.
Kobe did that.
Kobe identified as a 2 guard, bro.
Okay, but what you're saying, identifies a shooting guard.
Yeah. You got Clay. Clay is a 2 guard. Clay was the 2 guard.
No. What
Clay was the 2 guard.
Repeat what you said.
Clay is the 2 guard.
No. Repeat
Steph is the point guard.
Before I start talking.
Huh?
What happens?
We not living in the days of the 90s where only one person could fucking dribble, bro. Like, be for real, bro. Like,
we're not talking dribbling.
Yeah, yo, like, come on, bro. Like,
we're talking facilitating. Who's the man in the crowd? Who's the man on the court doing this to the choir? Who's doing this?
The coach. Anybody can run a play, bro. Like y'all saying it like, oh, well, only one
but
person.
But it takes the point guard on the court. The point guard on the court has to run the play.
This is not the 90s, bro. You don't need to be
Again, G, you cannot sit here and tell me Allen Iverson is a shooting guard, but Steph is not.
So you telling me Allen Iverson never ran plays? I
didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You said he's not a point guard.
You told me he's a shooting guard.
I'm just looking for your identification of a point guard. And you said because they ran plays that makes them a point guard. And anybody
you know what a point guard is, bro. You know what a point guard is.
You're getting other guys open, man, and you're making plays for other guys.
Yeah, he averaged.
You're making plays.
Bro. He averaged 6.
And Dre averages 8. So what are we talking about?
Does he really? Is that a fact?
No, he's averaged 8, 7.
I don't think
that's he doesn't now,
but
he has.
I don't think that's a fact, bro.
All right, but listen. All right, so
I got you, G. It's been 7, 8, a couple of years,
let's go ahead and agree to disagree at this time, and then we'll go ahead and we'll move to the next topic. This is the last topic. It's crazy.
There's no way y'all trying to hype up Jason Kidd because only thing he can do is pass the goddamn ball.
What?
Play defense, Jason Kidd.
And rebound and take teams to the finals.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just like Westbrook, right? We found out that there's you can pass stats, yo.
Westbrook couldn't do that either. So you trying to say Jason Kidd was passing stats?
Hey, listen, man.
Westbrook trying to say Jason Kidd was passing stats?
I think Westbrook was way better than Jason Kidd, bro.
All right, we done. Let's move to the next topic.
Oh no! Put that comment back up. What did that say?
Wow.
What that comment say? Put that comment back up. No, not that one.
No, that wasn't it.
Identifies the power center.
Everyone knows Dre is Steph's point guard and plays forward on defense.
It's kind of true.
It's not true.
Come on, man. Everybody knows that.
Better center. Nobody sticks Draymond. That's what it is. Nobody's fucking checking. So that's why they win all the time, because whoever's sticking Draymond on the perimeter, they go and try to stop Steph.
I'm gonna look up the stat. I'm gonna check him
when he get out his car. You gotta check him when he.
Hear me out. I'm gonna look up the stat. But it does say when Draymond Green is not on the court, Stephen Curry has a losing record without Draymond on the floor.
Oh,
He has a losing record when Dre's not on the floor because Dre is the orchestrator.
I don't understand how that makes him a less of a player. Because Draymond,
because you making Draymond seem like he nothing.
That's so subjective.
But when he doesn't have
like
Dre, the enforcer, the alpha, the facilitator.
That's like me saying Jason Kidd wouldn't have got a ring unless he had the tall dude from the Mavericks. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about? Dirk.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the same shit, bro. Like, oh yeah, they are a team. They play as a squad. They play as a squad, bro. Like that's my
point. Dirk Nowitzki is Dirk Nowitzki. We're not putting Dirk Nowitzki and Draymond Green in the same conversation. That's
Draymond is definitely a defender, bro. Like who else?
Go ahead. Let me
who are they putting in the game?
Right,
I'm just saying when the offense slows down.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's take this call.
Format Podcast. Blast in the background, boy.
Bruce, what's happening, fellas?
What's going on? Who's this?
It's Steve from the chat.
Steve, what's good,
Steve
man?
Splendor,
glad
man.
You called in, man. What's popping?
I enjoy you guys, man. You guys do a great thing, but I gotta say something.
What you got?
About this Draymond Green, Steph Curry.
All right.
Draymond Green is 100% the point guard for Golden State. If anybody watches basketball, why do you see Steph Curry running off the ball so much off ball screens when you watch highlights? I mean, it's obvious, and the stats show it. Look at the assist numbers every year that Draymond averages. I think Transformer brought it up. Like when Steph doesn't have Draymond in the lineup, he's got a losing record.
There you go.
And I'll bring this even to the postseason. When he has to guard other point guards, he gets cooked.
Mm-hmm.
And in fourth quarters in the playoffs, Steph's turnovers numbers aren't the best. So
that's true.
They do go crazy in the fourth quarter.
That's true. G loves the fourth quarter, so you know.
I mean, man, look at Toronto when he didn't have KD's coattails. Look at the Cleveland Finals when Kyrie just busted him. I mean, that's why I don't understand.
Kyrie did cook him.
Disrespect, like the defense doesn't matter.
No, it don't matter to G. It don't matter to G.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, everybody that y'all naming, Steph got more rings than him, bro. Like
everybody does.
Everybody y'all naming, he got more rings, and he did it on his own, bro. Like, come on. He had KD play with him. Okay, cool. That was him versus LeBron. He did the whole All-Star thing too.
We're talking about a man who won 2 Finals MVPs that Steph deferred to. Steph is this all-time great. And
he got two Finals MVPs.
He got one.
No, he's talking about KD has 2 Finals MVPs.
Okay,
I'm talking about KD.
Yeah,
KD got 2.
Okay, yeah, cool. But we're talking about a guy that walked into this man's franchise after he got begged to save them against KD.
Thank you, Steve.
I mean, KD, you can say okay, cool, but when KD walked in there, he was immediately the alpha. I keep hearing all this alpha stuff. KD was the alpha.
KD was that guy.
KD was a journeyman, just like
no. And you know what? I'm gonna make this comment right here. I'm gonna back you up, Steve.
You did the same thing, bro. You go to another bad team. You're not the alpha, bro.
Listen,
like you a journeyman.
Every finals, the back-to-back finals that the Golden State Warriors won against Cleveland. What do they always comment about the most? KD walking up the court,
walking down
big
LeBron
shot in LeBron's face. That's what they talk about.
Yeah, he set the whole fucking season so he could do that. You don't remember he got hurt and he came back right like what was it, like the Western Conference Final or some shit like that. He came back like the Western Conference Finals and played. He missed like 30 games prior to that.
He did miss a lot that second year. I think.
A lot of games, bro. He didn't have to
it was Steph who carried him against the Rockets. But then
back-to-back years, we're giving that excuse. Back-to-back years, we're giving that excuse. Back-to-back years.
He sat down. He was fresh. Everybody else.
Back-to-back years. That's 1 year. Back-to-back years. He did it back-to-back years.
He was fresh.
He did it back-to-back years.
Hold on.
Back-to-back years.
Let Steve talk. Go ahead, Steve. My bad, man.
Oh no, y'all. I'm just saying. I agree. Steph isn't a point guard. He's an all-time great. But that's different. He's so much more in the Allen Iverson category where it's like, I mean, yeah, you could say technically at points they're point guards, but it's like if you watch the game of basketball, no one's going to say Steph's a true point guard.
Thank you.
No one would ever say AI is a true point guard.
Thank you.
They're elite all-time scorers. If the conversation was the top scorers of all time, like, yeah, you could bring those guys into it, but we're talking about true point guards. Steph is not a true point guard.
Exactly.
How many true point guards are in the league?
I got
like Jason Kidd, I'm hearing the Jason Kidd disrespect. Like, Jason Kidd is a true point guard. He led those teams as a point guard. Even at like 36 years old with Dallas, man, he was their point guard.
Right.
And he was locking up. I got to bring up. And he was checking LeBron's ass in those finals too at like 36 years old.
He was.
When they won that. So the Jason Kidd disrespect, you gotta chill, G.
Yeah, G being disrespectful tonight. This is disrespectful G night. But all right, Steve, we go ahead, man, and we're gonna get to this next topic, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Hey,
thanks for calling in.
Appreciate you guys. God bless, man.
No doubt. Feel free to call anytime.
Appreciate you, Steve.
All right, Steve. Take it easy, man.
You too, fellas.
All right. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get to this last topic, and then we're gonna get out of here, man. That was
he made a lot of really some fire points. He made some fire points, but at the same time, bro, like if we talking about true point guards, we stuck with Chris Paul, and nobody's gonna say Chris Paul in their top 5 except for Kevin.
I've heard it said. Was he? Was he 4th in assists now? Third in assists, I think. Chris Paul.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He hasn't won though.
Chris Paul is just unlucky, man. That's
like one point guards don't win enough though, bro. Like they don't win enough to be even.
But I don't think that's because he's a true point. I don't think that's because of who he is.
And they don't even call a point guard no more. They say the 1 and the 2.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead. we got to put a pin in this one. Let's go ahead and get to the final topic. This one, G, you should enjoy this as well. Carmelo Anthony recently, I guess, was asked. Obviously, he's been a point of attention with the Olympics because Kevin Durant just passed him as the all-time leading scorer on Team USA. And so somebody asked him something, and he was asked, I guess, about his top 5 Team USA players of all time. I thought this was interesting, and as you can see, his top 5 players are as follows: Team USA. Charles Barkley, the Chuckster, obviously himself, LeBron, the Mamba, and Kevin Durant.
They could have gave me that one. Could have put that one.
You know what I think is interesting? Other than Barkley, it's like everybody else came from his era. I thought that was interesting, but I guess we're all kind of
like the guys he's played with.
Yeah. We're all kind of predisposed to doing that. So what I wanted to ask you guys is, what are your thoughts on, I guess, Melo's top 5 Team USA guys? The only thing I'll say about that, and then I'll give the floor to you, is that all these guys are guys who played a lot of rounds as being on Team USA. I think Kobe played twice. All these guys played at least twice, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, Melo played 3 or 4 times. Mm-hmm. KD played like 4 times. LeBron played 3 times now, plus FIBA, and I think Kobe played twice. So yeah, go ahead. What are your thoughts on it, Transformer? We'll start with you this time. What are your thoughts on Carmelo Anthony's top 5 Team USA basketball players?
I mean, I like it. If you listen to the end of what he was talking about, he literally stated, because the question was, "Where's MJ?" Everybody's like, "Where's MJ?" Right?
That was my question.
His thing was, he was like, he's looking at the overall FIBA, like, what all did you do in FIBA? How many Olympics that you played? He was like, if we want to do it by just that one instance that Jordan came in, he could put him in. He could put Jason Kidd in. He did.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
Can I finish? Dang, you just.
Oh no, I just want to real quick, and then I'll let you. I'll let you go. But Jordan played FIBA twice and Olympics twice. Go ahead, and he never lost. But go ahead.
Okay, all right. So that's what his comment was about.
Okay.
That he said, if you want to put just that one instance, that one gold medal in '92, what Jordan did, what he did, then we can add that in there. Everybody else on this list played in multiple Olympic games, so I think that's what he's also factoring in. And then I'm not going to blame him. 3 of those guys are guys that he played with. Yeah, he witnessed. Yeah. I'm side by side by these guys. Yeah. I've witnessed Kobe mentality. I literally just witnessed LeBron from the sideline just MVP this whole entire team to another gold medal. You know what I mean? I've seen KD pass me. Not only that, he has 4 gold medals. Nobody has more than that. So how am I going to leave KD off of this list? So I think when he's looking at it like that, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not truly mad at it.
Okay. G, your thoughts?
So I look at it like 4 to 5 players, right? Of course, you're gonna pick yourself to be,
you got to
top 5, right?
I mean, well, he is.
You got to.
He was
been there. He done that.
One of them, though.
Yeah, he been there. He done that, right? And so
I think he got 3. He got 3 medals.
Yeah, and then you got KD, right? KD just passed him and point scored, and so you got to put KD there. The LeBron saved his life, and so he always gonna pay homage to LeBron. The Charles Barkley, that was different for me. Like I was trying to figure out why Charles Barkley was a monster in the Olympics, man. He pissed on everything that came his way, and so I can see him picking him.
Yeah, lead scored a 92 team.
Yeah.
He was on Dream Team 3 also. People forget that.
Yep. So he's turning the page, I thought, and he's shining light on people who was under the shadow of MJ. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, why would you leave MJ? Like, you can't take Kobe out. You can't take Kobe out, right? Like, he has to be there. You can't take KD out. But I don't know. I don't know. That's his top 5. This a Jason Tatum side. That's what I'm talking about, Nick.
And then I mean, also, how old is Carmelo? Carmelo's what, 38?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
38.
No, he's older than 40.
Yeah, because LeBron's 39, so he's got to be 40.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got to be 40.
I like his team. Right. I'm just gonna finish up with this. I like it. I like the 5. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with him leaving MJ off the list. I get it. I understand, but he been there, he done that, and so there's a reason why he picked those guys. And it just could be they all did lunch together. Could have been that. You know what I mean? It could have just been as simple as that. Like he just shouting his homies out. So
okay, I got you. I got what you're saying.
All right. So I don't think I have too much issue with it either. I don't like the fact that there's not a true big here, but I guess it's not like creating the best team out of all the guys who have played for USA
I don't think that was a question.
It's the best 5 guys in his estimation. So I would like to have Michael Jordan there, but if you don't have Mike and you have Kobe, like it's kind of okay. You know what I'm saying? So like that's not a bad look. But given my choice, it's always going to be Mike. So Melo, Mike, Barkley, KD, and I guess you could put LeBron there. I'm not totally upset about that, but I think.
What's your objection?
I think I'm okay with that. Just Michael Jordan instead of Kobe. And again,
I never forgive LeBron for letting that D3 dunk on him. And then bro, I never forgive him for that.
He's 39, bro.
That doesn't matter, bro. It don't matter.
But look, if he dunked on the dude, oh my God, we've never seen anyone that's 39 years old dunk like that while chewing basketball, and they'd come up with some crap.
What they said didn't happen. It was AI.
Yeah.
That was both. That was both.
Out here talking
AI
about
didn't happen, bro.
It's AI, and it didn't really happen. Like this is how these people get down, man.
To me, that's just trolling. I don't. It's certain things you pay attention to. I pay attention to facts and actual sports takes. Something like that, I'm just ignoring. I'm not even gonna listen to that. I'm not even.
What we got? What up, young disciple? Appreciate you checking in. About Transformer. Check that blasphemy about Curry being the best of his generation. MVPs and one.
That's what he said. Okay, thank you, young disciple. Thank you. Thank you. That's what he said. The best of this generation. No, don't get me started, young disciple.
What I was saying is, I think it's arguable. It's arguable.
Leave it alone. It's not.
Okay, that's fine. We're not gonna go back. All right, cool. That's cool.
It's not even debatable.
All right, yeah, that's fine. But anyway, yeah, so
okay.
Where were we?
Time out. We literally just made a comment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry on not being on the top 5 of your point guard list. Why?
Because he only played one way. Yes.
Played only one way.
Yeah.
How many defensive first teams does he have? Or any defensive team does Steph Curry have?
I don't think he's got any.
None. Bro, the era he played in. How many does LeBron have? 0.
6.
5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about defensive player of the year.
All defensive teams.
Oh, okay. 5 first team.
All defensive teams.
Yeah. 5
all
first
defensive
team,
teams. 6.
I got you.
Case closed.
If
you want to go by that,
he's too busy changing the game, bro. He's too busy changing the game.
Case closed.
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Next.
What's going on?
All right, I'm sorry. Let's get back to what we was talking about. We can do that.
Gosh, man, he just got dunked on by a D3 player, and you bringing him up like he's a walk on.
So you
walk on Baltimore City Community College, bro. He's a walk on at Baltimore City Community College, bro. He dunked on LeBron in the Olympics, bro.
Okay, so Jason Tatum deserves to be a top 5 player of the year. Because Jason Tatum, as a rookie, I believe, or second sophomore, second year. Bam! I'm talking. LeBron was jumping at him.
He boomed on him.
LeBron was jumping at him.
Yeah.
And Jason Tatum boomed on him.
Revolves around LeBron James, bro.
Come on, man.
LeBron just let all the bums dunk on him, bro. Like, that's all the only thing I'm saying. All these bums is open season for him, bro. Like, that's just what it is. Hey, listen, you ain't gonna get a big contract dunk on LeBron. I bet you
dunked on one time. Everybody can dunk
bet
on
since he dunked on LeBron, we're gonna see him in the NBA this year. I guarantee you. I mean,
I wouldn't even say just because he dunked on LeBron. That boy balled his behind off.
He played like he wanted to contract.
He balled out.
Yeah. It was just
he just so happened to dunk on LeBron, but that man was balling. He was balling.
He dunked on the Olympic MVP. LeBron James.
And you know who wasn't the MVP?
Tatum. You talking about Tatum?
Yeah, Tatum. That was my joke, but then this joke is better. Jason Tatum, he banged on LeBron.
That's good.
And he said it was because of I guess Jason Tatum wouldn't. No, LeBron wouldn't sign an autograph for him back in the day or something like that.
Is that what he said?
He owed him. Yeah, it was something. It was some built up animosity towards LeBron.
That's crazy.
Like, I think he denied an autograph or a photo with him, and Jason Tatum was like, "I always remembered that. I always remember."
Quick side
I can believe that, bro. Like, I can believe that.
You see LeBron bark on that kid the other day who was trying to get a picture?
Yeah, the dude that walked up on him.
It was like a little kid, a little French kid. He's like, stop.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I'm
Fuck
like,
that
whoa.
guy.
I mean,
obviously you can't take every
he just put his hands up. He just said, "Yo," you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
not,
hey,
no, stop. That is not,
bro.
no.
It's
That's
the middle
not,
of the night, bro. It's the middle of the night, bro.
First of all, what that kid doing out there that late, bro?
I don't know. Maybe he's with his parents. I don't know. He out there trying to.
That man, Brian, probably had about 4 or 5 drinks in him.
So that makes it okay.
He might have had enough of the French, yo.
Bro, he's a human, dog. He's not a freaking robot.
He is.
He's human. This man in the middle of the night drinking full of that oil. You see how he came in when he walked in? That boy started getting busy.
PTSD.
Boy, stop. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping.
Oh, yo, Nick is wild.
Oh, they gonna love this, man. Y'all keep them LeBron James getting dunked on comments coming.
Ooh, goodness gracious. That means he slid over top because, like,
he did. He
I said, man, not the body plus the.
Yeah, he did.
He put his foot on his chest after he dunked on him, bro.
Man.
That's crazy because that boy was standing on the sideline hurt after the game.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and leave it right here, man. Good show tonight, man. Real good show. Definitely enjoyed that. You know.
Oh no. I did have one more question. I had one question.
What's up?
We made the comment about that Melo didn't have bigs on his list. What big are you gonna put on there? What big would you put?
Ewing or D-Rob?
Lord.
Either one.
Huh?
Either one.
Was that a pause?
Yeah, that was
rewind. That was a pause.
What
big would you put on there?
Yeah. What's his name?
That's not a pause, man.
I don't think that's a pause. That's a little bit of a reach, bro.
What's his name?
What's his name? What's the big's name?
Exactly, B.
What is
exactly.
The big
He ain't have to bark on that kid like that. I thought that was a bit much. Like, I get it. You can't take every picture and sign every autograph, and it's weird though because there are some athletes that people talk about and they say they sign every autograph. Say again.
We've seen every athlete, major athlete like LeBron James, get into that one moment to where, look, don't bother me right now.
But what I'm saying, he ain't have to bark on the kid like that. That was kind of weird to me. But again, to your point, he is human.
The man was full out of all. He was full out of all. That man was drinking before he got there. That man just won an Olympic title, bro. Like, come on.
Look, man, I don't never make that. I don't drink, so I never make that an excuse, and I don't tolerate it from nobody. So
I mean, so you don't drink, so you don't know what it's like to be that. You know what I mean? When you just got done with a party, you like, bro, and then it's late at night. You like, why the hell is it? First of all, you probably like, why the hell?
Man, he got dunked on earlier that day, man. He didn't want to take no pictures with nobody, bro. Like, he was like, just leave me alone. I need a drink.
That's because he had a video of him getting an Olympic medal, gold.
Before we roll out, look like we got a call from Bruce. Let's take this. Format Podcast.
Hello.
What up, Bruce?
Yeah, this is Bruce, man. Hey, man.
Yo.
I know we're talking about the Melo top 5, right?
Yeah.
Man,
what's up with your disdain for LeBron, man? God damn, man.
Talk to him, Bruce.
Huh?
Who, me?
Talk to him.
Yeah.
It's.
What is your disdain with LeBron, man? I come along, you just. There's something deep inside of you that just don't like this guy.
No. Let me stop you.
You're right, Chris.
I don't know that dude, so I don't dislike him.
I know you don't like right.
What I dislike the way his fans behave. I dislike the fact that he didn't go through it like all the greats before him went through it. I dislike the fact that he cut corners. I dislike the fact that him and his organization literally try to control the media to create something, not through the natural means of just being dominant at your sport. I like all this. I dislike all this stuff that comes with him. I don't dislike him. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a lot of BS that comes with him that I can't feel. I really don't like it. And so that's what the problem is for me.
I know you're off topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
What corners did he cut?
You know what,
Bruce? Don't get him started. Both of y'all.
Nah, get him started, Bruce. Get him started,
Bruce. I don't even know what Bruce is talking to.
Nah, we ain't got time, man. I got work in the morning, man. I gotta take my kid to school. I gotta go to work. But
all right, what's the top? Okay, let me ask you this. So is Melo top 5? Is Melo top 5 of the Olympics?
Yeah. That's his top 5 Team USA players, correct?
Yeah, that's all he top 5, man. I'm not a big Melo fan. I'm from Baltimore. I'm not biased.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen nothing special about him.
In the Olympics?
He's overhyped. Melo, he's cool. He's good in the Olympics.
Oh, okay, that's what we're talking about.
Winning in the grand scheme of things. I'm not no big Melo fan. Never was.
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna be biased because he's from Baltimore. I just never was a Melo fan. I'm just sorry. He top 5 Olympics though for sure. I just never was a Melo fan.
He is, and I'm fine with that.
He a flip flopper. First, he a flip flopper. One day from New York, one day from Baltimore. There's too much about him that I just don't. He's not a winner. He's not one of the great legends. He don't have. He don't inspire his team. He don't uplift his team above. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
For legendary status,
he always got one motion. Shoot.
Yeah, he's not LeBron. He's not on LeBron level. I think Melo was. He's a Hall of Famer, but he's overhyped.
He won that title by shooting though. Did you see him in Syracuse? He was a bucket.
Yeah, he was.
But he was also dominating the glass too.
Yes, he's a legend.
And he put the ball right back up to the basket.
Real quick, yo.
I'm talking about NBA. Melo was not. Even when he had that team and went to the Western Conference Finals that year, he had his shot.
To Kobe.
Yeah, I was about to say he ran into Kobe. Like, there's no shame in that.
Yeah, and that was a good battle. I like that.
He just never was. I'm just not no big Melo fan overall. I
respect it. That's cool.
I just don't like how he destroyed New York. When New York was rolling with Stoudemire, Jeremy and all them, New York was rolling.
Well,
rolling.
He didn't destroy New York because remember, Stoudemire had that microfracture and he was never the same after that. So injuries killed Stoudemire. That wasn't Melo.
He came to New York under the premise he was going to get Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm. That's the other problem. But the league, crazy. That's another thing.
But yeah, as far as like the Olympics, Yeah, he top 5 Olympics, but not top NBA. He's not even top. Well, I guess he made the 75-year team, so he's good for that. But I'm not no huge Melo fan, as never was. He's a set shot jump shooter. He doesn't make his teammates better. That's why he never won a ring.
Set shot, right? He one of the best pull-up jump shooters we've ever seen.
Turn around, put you in the post.
That's right. Melo, complete offensive game.
Has Melo ever uplifted his team in the NBA? Not in college. I'm talking about the NBA. None of his team. No.
No, but see what you're forgetting here, Bruce, though, is that Melo played the small forward. That is not a traditional small forward's role. A small forward role historically outside of Bird and LeBron has been what? To get buckets. And Melo is that, a great bucket getter, just like freaking what's his name? Kevin Durant, right? If Kevin Durant never goes to Golden State, Kevin Durant don't have those 2 chips either. So we can't look at that any differently. Say again, G.
Glorify Allen Houston.
Allen Houston?
I think it's a possibility. Durant could have got one without Golden State.
Nah, that wasn't going to happen.
Nah. He hasn't shown it.
Because he's had the opportunity prior to and after, and he hasn't done it. So until he does it, the answer is going to be no.
Well, that happens to the best of them.
And that's fine.
I truly believe he got jealous of Russell Westbrook because he was more beloved than OKC than
I don't think he got jealous of him. I think he just got in his way.
Yeah, Westbrook played too out of control, and he's not coachable. That's the problem with Westbrook.
Mr. Bruce, I'm saying it's my theory. I'm not saying that I'm right.
Okay.
My bad.
But why did he leave though, like a chump though? After that year, they went to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, he did.
Draymond Green had to fly to the Hamptons and get him. Yeah, I mean,
you want me?
Hey, Bruce, no, say that again, Bruce. Bruce, start over. Bruce, say it again.
He said Draymond. He didn't say Steph.
Bruce, let me tell you why, Bruce. Because LeBron made it okay to make cowardly moves like that. That's why.
Now it's that. It was a cowardly move for LeBron went to Miami. You cannot win a championship by yourself.
Wait. So listen, I understand basketball is a team game, but you just said a falsehood because it's happened twice. We saw Olajuwon do it in '94, and we saw Jokic do it last year, 2 years ago.
Won them finals.
Man, you
yeah, sure.
No, let me back you up, Bruce, and then I'm gonna let you go. Bruce, let me stop you, okay? Hakeem Olajuwon on that team was the first player and one of only 2 players to ever win a championship, leading a team in every major statistical category through an entire playoff run, resulting in a championship. That's one. Number 2, Hakeem Olajuwon had the greatest point differential between first and second leading scorer on a championship team ever. That's 2. Hakeem Olajuwon, the only player ever to win. He's the first team All-NBA Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-Defense, NBA MVP, NBA All-Star, and Finals MVP all in the same season. No other player has ever done that. So your premise, I get basketball is a team sport, and it's hard to win by yourself. But people always say you can't win a title by yourself, and they always forget Dream in '94, and they forget Jokic 2 years ago. So,
hey, Mr. Bruce, I actually hope that you already got the phone too. Boy, I see you dedicated to the 80s and 90s, boy. I see you still stuck in the past, boy.
I mean, you can see it that way, but you know what? That's my era, man. I'm 45 years old. I can't say nothing else.
You still stuck in it. You still stuck in it, brother.
Well, you can say that.
So let me say this. So why did they put Sam Cassell in instead of Kenny Smith? In place of Kenny Smith, because they were struggling.
Well, they hit shots. I'm not saying that the role players didn't play their roles. That's not what I'm saying. And I would be disingenuous if I said that Sam Cassell didn't play a key role in both the 94 and 95 championship runs. I would never be so disrespectful as to say that. But when we say, I'm talking about, having one superstar and a bunch of role players, it can be done. We've seen it done. That superstar just has to take it to just a totally different level. So we've seen it done. So we can't keep saying, oh, it can't be done when we've seen it happen twice now.
So was there no Hall of Famers on that Houston Rocket team besides Hakeem Olajuwon?
No, there were not. There wasn't even another All-Star. There was one player. Clyde Drexler was on the 95 team. Clyde Drexler was on the 95 team, not the 94 team.
He didn't get that to after.
So was Hakeem? Did he win it all by himself on the 95 squad?
Not on the 95 team. No, I think Drexler averaged like 20 through that playoff run. Which was all-time great, but Dream pretty much, he dominated again. And but I mean, we could talk about the 95 team another time. But
I got you talk about it another time. I see you real analytical. I got dig in my bag for you next time.
Well,
God,
that and Elijah Wan is my favorite player of all time. So I'm always ready for him.
You went to point differentials and all this stuff. So I know next time when I approach you, I gotta come on my A game. But I catch
no doubt,
that's that journalism, man.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you calling, Bruce, man. Thanks so much for listening to the show, and thanks so much for calling in.
I got you.
All right, brother.
All right.
All right, team. We're going to go ahead and leave it here for the night. We're about 2.5 hours, and it's getting late, and I'm gonna be dead again tomorrow. But before we get out of here, y'all definitely want to give G and Transformer an opportunity to say whatever they got to say, and then we'll call it a night.
G, take off.
Hey, man, like and subscribe. Share, like and subscribe.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, definitely, man. Like G said, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We enjoy it all, man. Your comments definitely mean a lot to us. Obviously, you guys see your comments actually boost the conversation even more, man. So definitely comment as much as you guys can. On a positive note, don't come in the comment section trolling, but because we'll definitely ignore that. But definitely, we appreciate it. If you're on Facebook, Snapchat, anything like that, make sure you guys come to YouTube, hit that like button, hit that follow button, and things like that. We greatly appreciate it. That's helped us put some more content out to other platforms and things like that. So we greatly appreciate it. On top of that, Steph Curry was not the greatest of his generation. It was LeBron. I'm out.
Sneak that last one in, huh?
You got dunked on by a D3 player.
39-year-old get dunked on by a D3 player. You want to keep
more to come, bro. It's gonna happen. It's gonna continue happening all season. Body bag.
You're not gonna catch LeBron. You're not gonna catch LeBron sliding to no screen.
They're going
call, no more. He's like, nah.
They're gonna call fouls on that.
I ain't doing that no more.
He better start hacking like
honestly, he was a half second away from it being a foul.
You supposed to crack him at 39, not take the charge, bro.
Yo, Brandon, you already know what it is, man. But I think I handled that properly, bro.
He almost sent Bruce off about LeBron. Who?
Bruce, when he just called in. He tried.
Oh, okay.
He tried to get me, but I wasn't going for it. Oh man.
Man, that sounds like it's gonna be a good topic, man. Steph over LeBron, who was the better of the generation?
All right,
because we know the answer exactly. All right, move on.
Let's go ahead. We're gonna leave it right there. Good night, y'all. We will see you next time. So normally we do a Wednesday night show, but since we did this long one here on Tuesday, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let it breathe until Saturday, y'all. No Wednesday night show. Yeah, I guess that's it. And we out. G, Transformer, appreciate y'all. We out.
All right,
peace.